Y'all fucking going nuts with this fishing shit. Like, you going crazy. That's a lot of fishing. Happy you guys like it so much, but Jesus fuck. Fish! Yeah, no, I hear you. Fishing is fun. I also think it's fun. Fucking coffee cup. Yeah. 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 Anyway, hi. Hi, I'm live. We might have fixed the problem my computer was having, so I'm gonna play Evil Within tomorrow. We're gonna fucking find out. I hope you like my feet. Do you like my feet? Do you like my feet? Hell yeah. You know. Y'all know what's good. I know you're trying to see Thanos' ass, but unfortunately my feet are in the way. It's feet day. It's feet time. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Anyway, yeah. We have Grizz and Bridge here again for more fucking Stardew because I'm addicted and that's all I play. Ain't that right, Grizz and Bridge? Oh, I forgot to unmute you. Anyway, ain't that right?
Penis.
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 Did you already, motherfucker, did you already start up?
Penis.
Yeah, the game has started. I'm in bed right now. I think we might have wasted a day.
It doesn't show me.
I don't know what's going on with you. It shows Grizz.
It won't let me in.
Why won't it let you in?
I don't know.
What is the issue?
Hold on, did you load it or did you co-op it?
I co-opted it, and also it is... I'm on Steam right now. Steam is online. I assure you.
I am on Steam. I am on Steam, so it should...
Hold on, let me just fucking manually invite you. Invite friend. It says you guys aren't online.
That's also because we can't join through Steam since we're technically not starting it through Steam.
It would still show you as online.
Yes.
It says that you have lurk bait chat fishing open and not Stardew.
What if I give you the invite code? Would that work?
Maybe.
Yes, that would absolutely work.
Okay, here's the invite code. Don't show it. Why would you show it?
How would I show it?
Hi, Fire Runner. Hello, how are you? Let's just go to the game screen. Let's just go to the game screen.
The game screen.
The game screen. I forgot to turn on... Hold on, I forgot to turn on Grib, Bridge, and Stink Star Hat. It's necessary for Bridge to have the Stink Star Hat.
Oh. No. Where's my little yodel hat?
No, you get the Stink Star Hat.
No, my Stink Star.
You get what you get, and you don't throw.
I learned how to make a Maki roll.
What?
Building up your muscles. Hell yeah. Get fucking swole. Fuck yeah.
Crashed.
Why did your game crash?
I don't know. I'm opening it again.
I hope you guys know we just wasted a whole day in game.
Well, that's your fault.
No, it isn't. Do you want me to close it and restart it?
Yeah, because the derby. We gotta get the derby.
You already did the derby.
We already did the derby.
Multiple days long.
Oh,
no.
it is?
Oh,
I thought it was just one day.
Okay, okay. I exited to the title. I'm reopening it. We have caught all the available junk at least once in this fishing game.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Did you get an achievement for it?
Yes, I did. I get achievements. I get achievements on y'all's behalf.
That is perfect.
My fucking coffee cup.
What you fucking sound like? Alright, I am hosting a multiplayer game. Can you join now?
Let's take a look. New code, please.
Oh, you want the code again?
Yes, please.
Yeah, it's a new one every time.
Oh, I just showed the code on stream. My bad. Whatever. No one's gonna fucking join.
If somebody does.
No one would.
I will say mean words to them.
Trust me, no one would.
That's
How has your muscle swelling adventure been going? What have you been doing at the gym? What do you work on?
Working on
Teach me how to make Maki roll.
Do you even know where the delts are?
Absolutely fucking that.
I wish I had my basement.
I love the invite code. It's just kind of not letting me enter, so I'm gonna exit the game fully.
I wish I had my basement.
That's
Game is depriving me.
I am here.
Welcome.
And I am queer.
Queer.
Oh my god, you're gay? That's crazy.
I'll
Says
take
the
care
fucker
of
with his
me.
toots out.
I'm... titties or toes? Did you mean toots as in toes?
Tooters. That sounds like a slur. Tootsies.
My tootsies? You like my tootsies?
No.
I am uncomfortable.
You want me to take them off? I'll take them off.
No, I meant that as a joke. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
I'm not actually uncomfortable. If I were, I would say something. Ooh.
I was gonna say, I could take off my tootsies if you don't like them.
I don't like feet, but I appreciate your toes.
Thanks. I worked hard on my toes.
That's
I don't know what else to say. What do you want me to say, Bridge?
No, I appreciate it. Thank you for admiring my hard work. I really worked hard on shading those feet, genuinely.
And I can tell, genuinely. It's not me just, like, saying, like, shit to say shit. I
Oh,
can
my
tell.
face.
those grippers away.
Put those grippers away!
I hate both of
I
you.
will do no such thing.
Yodel Sanake has joined. Are you taking care
Yadel
of the cows?
Sanake.
Yodel
Nope.
Sanake.
I'm not taking care of anything. I'm back at the fucking annual
I took
derby.
care of the cows.
I took care of the chickens.
I slept in a tent, so I'm still here at the derby.
Does that mean that the fucking shit still isn't fucking open? Okay, they just open at 9 a.m. Let me in.
What?
Oh, are you guys getting into a fight?
Marnie's?
Oh, they're getting into a fight. Okay, I don't need to see this. That's y'all's problem.
Who's getting into a fight? I wanna
Demetrius
see.
and Robin.
Ooh!
Oh, I just accidentally gave him one of my
Don't-
fucking bricks of iron.
Oh,
Why would
myself.
you?
bricks?
Yeah.
All
You
bricked
know.
up.
No, he's not.
No, shut up.
You with your penis obsession. I'm sorry.
I have a
The
penis
fuck you mean,
obsession.
penis obsession? I don't got a penis obsession.
I do.
I don't have a penis.
I was just. Okay. I was just. I was just watching one of the clips from fucking Elden Ring when you streamed it while dunk.
Construct farm buildings.
Something cool? Is it your
Yeah,
penis? No.
Is your penis?
Why not?
No. Why not?
I'm gonna do a deluxe barn first because I feel like that's more important
Then what?
than a deluxe
Why not a horse
coop.
stable?
Why would we need a fucking horse stable?
Because I don't have the legs that you do, you fucking harlot.
Okay, and you don't need a fucking horse.
Get turlet.
What?
Get turlet? Are you gonna like just shit and go fast?
Is that the horse's name?
I
How'd you name the hoist? The hoist?
didn't think about the horse.
I don't want to name the hoist toilet.
Alright, so here's my idea. We upgrade this barn, and then we move our animals to a
Nah, just make
different
another barn.
barn.
I agree.
That way we can
Make
just have
3 more
pigs
barns.
and sheep.
I can't fucking breathe.
Can you try?
Why are you dying? What's wrong with you?
Turlet.
The what?
His turlet.
Oh, the turlet. Dude, you're... I can't say what you are.
Funny.
Yeah,
Friendly.
you're so silly.
You can call me an idiot. It's fine. I know that's not what you mean, but you can call me an idiot. It's fine.
God,
Of course I would. That's what.
Going to the
I can't open this chest.
Fuck this shit. I'm going to the skull cavern.
Okay, there, finally.
Also, do you guys want galaxy weapons? I can buy them
Yes,
from
I do.
Marlin. Okay, they're a little expensive, and I can work up to it, but as soon as I can, I will give- Would you like the sword, the hammer, or the dagger?
Sword. Actually, hammer.
Okay. Bridge, do
I
you want
love-
the sword? Because I want the hammer.
What?
Do you want the sword? Because I want the hammer.
I have my own sword.
No, I mean galaxy stuff. The galaxy weapons.
There's a galaxy hammer.
Yeah, there's a galaxy hammer and a galaxy dagger.
Wait, what outside?
I wanted the hammer. You can have the hammer
I-
too.
Yeah, I also wanted the hammer, which is why I was asking, do you want the sword? Because I want the sword. You want the dagger? Okay.
Because I want to be unique. I almost said a eunuch. That's not what I meant.
No, be a eunuch.
I like my testicles. No!
I would rather you weren't.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's gay.
I am gay.
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut
You're
up.
also gay.
Not on my
Oh my
stream!
God.
I'm not gay publicly. Not on stream.
Not
I'm
on stream.
super duper straight publicly.
Please don't be super straight.
Who the fuck is Martin? I always forget.
He
who
works at the
exists.
fucking Dick Dorting Duds. Hell,
You mean Jojo Mart?
yeah,
I actually don't know who Martin is.
yeah. He's a cashier, or stock boy, or boy stock. I don't remember.
Why didn't we grow any radishes?
We did. I already put one where it belongs.
Oh, okay.
We have radishes.
Why didn't we make
have
any
one.
corn?
We
we're growing
did. It's by
corn.
my house.
It's-
Oh, okay.
Ye-
Oh
I
my
wish
God,
I
it's
could get
corn.
that.
Oh
We
my
could buy fruit saplings if you wanted to.
I think Bridge got some apple saplings. Those are the ones that are over by the barn. Like growing right in front of the barn. I think those are apple trees. Are those apple trees?
I just gave Sophia a diamond. She's like, thanks.
Bridge.
The beach.
What?
The
Apple,
trees that you
yeah.
planted. Yeah, they're apple.
Yeah, in a line next to the barn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you guys want me to learn the recipe for the dehydrator?
We already have it.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I mean, we
I thought
have
we did.
we have a dehydrator. We
Oh,
have
we can make
one.
more.
Yeah.
Well, granted, we can't really do multiple per day because we only get a certain amount per certain amount per certain.
So do you want me to do the dehydrator or no?
I would like the dehydrator.
Okay, I learned how to do it. Bundle complete! Fuck yeah!
Fuck yeah.
I'm the
Concrete.
good person, a friend.
Concrete.
Can I give you this? Will you date me?
Cement. That's concrete.
Yay! I did it! I finally dated someone besides Shane! I did it! It only took me how long?
Can I date Sophia?
Do it. You just have to apologize for talking about her depression.
Yeah, you can date
I
Sophia.
didn't mean it. Shut the fuck up, Alex. You're not my real dad.
I thought you were telling me to shut the fuck up because
No.
Shut the fuck up, Grizz! You're not my real dad!
Daddy. Oh.
I may not be your real dad, but I'm the dad who stepped up.
Uh-huh. Okay.
I don't prefer to fuck my dad, thanks.
Stop!
Stop it.
Oh, got it. Sorry.
That was directed towards Al and Al alone.
Alistair was the stop it?
No, not the stop it. The me making the dad joke. The
Uh,
stepdad joke. Me making the stepdad joke.
I
That
wish
was
I could
for
date
Alex.
multiple people at once. I wish I was polyamorous, because I would date Shane and Sebastian.
Here's the cool thing.
I'm gonna
Sebastian.
put up my
Yeah.
feet.
You can.
I'm gonna put up
with
my
the
feet.
brand new Suck a Dick mod.
Oh no, I doubled my
Suck a
feet.
dick, suck a dick, suck a mother. What do you mean you doubled your feet? You already have 2 feet.
Oh my
no,
god,
I
he doubled his
them. I doubled my feet.
After punches, oops, just big toes.
Where are you? Where are you? So I can see.
No, in
No.
stream.
The
I did
stream.
it on stream.
You know the thing that
Oh.
you're a mod of? I can't believe.
No,
I-
no, he has one monitor. Don't bully him for being in the single monitor race.
Race.
And
My
you know how like
goodness.
dual monitor master race type thing?
No, actually, I
No,
don't.
I've never heard that.
Why don't you explain it for me?
If you have 2 monitors, you're just fucking better. I don't know what to tell you. It's okay. I will get you 2 monitors, my friend.
Oh.
Yahoo!
Waha.
I'm naked.
Excuse me.
Why are you naked?
Not in my
Naked.
Christian.
Why are you naked?
Because I accidentally went into the bathroom.
Why you looking?
And if you walk
I
behind
wasn't
the
fucking
screen-
looking, you dweeb!
Tweet.
It's when you go into the bathroom and you go behind that little screen and it changes you so you can go into the bath. That.
Side note, to use the bait traps, you need to put in a piece of bait.
I am trying so hard to give dumbfuck Jody this largemouth bass. And she will not let me into her fucking house.
Because
She's
it's
waiting
8
for her
p.m.
No, I know, but she's like, you have to come in at 7 p.m. exactly. And I'm like, why? Are you gonna pleasure the fish? What are you doing with
it's
it?
for dinner. It's for dinner.
Whatever. She's pleasuring the fish.
Please shut the fuck up.
Our mushrooms are growing.
Tough tits.
You are so rude.
Mushroom.
You just talked about pleasuring a fish.
Yeah, that doesn't mean you have to be mean to me.
Mushroom.
Doesn't it?
No.
Mushroom.
Alright, it's bedtime. Go to bed.
No.
Yeah,
Organizing
get out of my house!
No.
Get out of my fucking house! Oh, okay, cool. What is that ugly thing?
God damn, I can't add any more. Oh. Okay.
Oh, God.
I just.
What did you
stop.
do?
He took down my
Oh,
fish tank.
okay.
Because he was
I'm
mad that
sorry,
he can't put a fish
I'm
in it.
I'm taking out one of these.
Wait, is that what Bridge looks like on your end?
Yep.
God, you look like a hipster.
Get out of my drawers.
Do you wish for death?
I didn't say that!
It was
I know.
me.
I meant to look at the camera, but like.
I was like, what
My
the fuck? Get out of
my
my bed and
character's
stop
eyes are
whispering
closed,
in my
like-
ears.
My character's eyes are closed, like I'm sleeping in the bed. However, I have like a pinky toe in it.
Get out of my bed! Go to bed!
This is all the comfort I need. Meanwhile, just fucking hanging half a cheek.
Do you like my drum that when you walk past it, it beats? Do you
Actually,
like it?
I think I
Scared
hate
me.
it more than anything.
It
Aw.
scared me the first time I heard it.
I like it. I like my drum.
I do
think
like
it's
it.
gay.
It scared me the first time I heard it.
That's fair. That's fair.
Anyways.
You're going back to fishing because the fucking
Nope, that's it.
queue cleared?
No.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah. I like how you guys are like, yeah, I'm here modding. I'm fishing. Hi,
fucking
Rebel
fishing.
Wolf. Hello, it's so good to see
Hello,
you.
Rebel
How
Wolf.
are you?
Please
Welcome
ignore
in.
the spam.
Hydrate or die strike the
Thank you for
last.
the
You
hydrate.
dehydrated
Did you mean to
bitch.
click that, or were you just trying to fish?
Oh shit. That's on me.
No, I'll take the hydrate.
Again, I'm sorry.
Hey, Chan,
Yep.
that's really interesting.
Yep.
Next time, keep it
Yeah,
to
I
yourself.
understand. I'm sorry. I keep hitting the. You hate to see it.
Oh yeah, you totally hit that on accident. Sure. Fucking liar. How are you, though, Rebel Wolf?
Monkey
How are
dance.
you? Quit throwing that ass back. Come back to the game. Quit fishing.
I sold $3,000 worth of fish.
Nice.
Jesus
You just
Christ.
caught a mussel in the fishing game.
We need that for the fucking
No, that was
bundle. God
Grizz.
damn it.
No, we don't, because I already completed that bundle. Whore. It was in the Crab Pop bundle, and I finished it.
Do you feel good about what you said here?
Yes, I do, actually.
Alright, that's it. Come here. Cut
No,
your
I
mouth.
have to take care of the chicken.
Thank you so much for the follow, Luna the Wolf 03. Welcome in, welcome in. It's so nice to meet you. My name is Alistair. We're playing Stardew Valley. I hope you enjoy your time on the casting couch. Hello.
You always say the last part so out of breath.
Yeah, it's because I don't have a lot of air. Don't bully me.
Bitch, try oxygenating then.
Try oxygenating. Wow. Yeah, I'll just stop having asthma.
Yeah.
I'll stop breathing, it's fine.
I put your blueberry jam up.
Don't touch my jam.
Can I,
Do you want help or not?
can I sell some of the jam?
Okay,
Hello,
go ahead.
Sujin Oracle.
Hi, Oracle.
Welcome to the
Hello.
fishing.
It's fishing time.
It's fishing time, boys.
As long as y'all are having fun, I'm happy. We're doing okay? Awesome. I'm happy you're doing okay.
Bridge, can I sell some of the blueberry
I'm
jam?
gonna take care of the
My blueberry
cows.
jams?
Yes.
Jam? How much do we have?
3.
Yeah.
So how many can I sell?
As many as you want.
Okay,
Well, they are good gifts. I like these good gifts.
I'm selling them.
Oh my god, you got a trolley. Why is it called a trolley? Is that what they call it in other country?
In other country?
I forgot what it's called.
Other country.
I forgot.
I know at least in
Yes.
Australia, yeah. I feel like
And the
like
UK.
this is definitely something. Is it in the UK too? I
And
know
UK
definitely.
subsidiaries that they have once colonized as well, except for us, because we have to be special.
Yeah, because we just called it a shopping cart. I wasn't sure.
It also called flip flop a thong, so that's why I thought it was Australian.
That would make sense. I think, personally. I'm smart. I know things.
I'm selling all of the mayo, and I'm gonna spread the goodness to everyone else.
Okay.
I was gonna try saying that I was gonna give some of the money.
I realize that's what you meant.
But then
Yeah, I
said
got
understood,
you.
And I didn't like it.
I understood.
anyone care?
I smelled what you were stepping in.
And that was shit.
I should myself again.
Oh, hi, Robin.
Who's Robin?
Oh yeah, I'm back in the cum jar. Hi, Abraxas. There you are, Stinky. Where were
Hi,
you? You were
Bucket.
late.
Hi, Alexis.
Oh,
Someone forgot egg in the
Sebastian.
chicken coop.
I'm dating Sebastian. I didn't do the chicken coop. I'm dating Sebastian, and he said, "Don't make fun of me, but I've never really had a girlfriend before." And I'm like, "Oh my god, baby, it's okay."
I
love
You are
him.
a dear friend of mine, Alice.
I hate you.
Sometimes
No,
I
I'll say
wanna
it. I
fight
fucking
you.
hate you.
What?
Who are you?
I
How
don't
do you
hate
hate
him.
me?
I just want to fight.
Stay in the cum jar. You know what?
No,
No,
stop
okay,
it. A daily smooch for confusion, man. Mwah. There you go. You went shopping. Well, what'd you buy? Did you buy me anything?
Is it groceries?
I need milk. Can you buy me some milk?
It was a double decker
Did you
penis.
get me any cheese?
You don't need cheese.
I do need cheese.
You don't need cheese. I need
I
milk more than you
do.
need cheese.
I need cheese.
We
I
have
need
cheese.
milk. Hello, Confusion Man. Hello. How are you?
How about this? It's like 2 gallons of milk, and you have 1 gallon, I have another gallon, and I make cheese out of the other gallon.
All right, fine.
Gallons of milk.
Oh, you could give me your milk. Is that a dirty joke, or are you actually gonna give me your milk? Because I would like to just have your
saying it. I
milk.
don't like this. Braxis, put it back.
If it has anything to do with penises, I can't make cheese out of that.
You can. You
No,
can.
it's okay.
I
Mine
assure
already
you, you
exists.
can.
Look at, let me restate that. I don't want to make cheese out of that.
Oh, it makes
I'm
its own
doing
cheese.
well, Confusion Man. I'm having a good day. We might have figured out what was going wrong with my PC. Might. We're still trying to fucking figure that out, but I think we
it
might
is
have
for
figured it
Christ.
out. So that's a good thing. Which, hopefully it means we won't have any more scuff of, like, my computer shitting the fuck out whenever I'm
My
streaming.
penis.
No,
You
not your
fondle
penis. Hey,
Fortune
buddy.
teller,
Why are you
herb.
now red? Sometimes you're green, sometimes you're purple, now you're red. What's going on there?
Motherfucker, he's a wizard.
Okay, I just
He
wanted to
deals
know.
with some fucking kooky ass shit.
Well, damn, I just wanted to know.
I thought he was
Right.
purple. What the fuck?
He's not purple. On my screen, he's red. And last time I looked at him, he was green.
I think I'm bugging.
Yeah, I also think I'm bugging.
Al, why do you have a nursery?
Why do? Because in
I
case
got a baguette from the bread. From the bread? From the trash.
Oh my god.
Thank fuck. Finally, some of that good trash karma's coming back.
What do I want?
Al, are you already planning on fucking Shane? Wait,
No.
Sebastian?
Yeah. Eventually.
Why?
Why not?
Are you going to impregnate him? Don't do that.
I don't like where that went.
I bought myself a tiara because I'm pretty.
From Hat Mouse.
From Hat Mouse.
I love Hat Mouse.
I also love Hat Mouse. Hat Mouse is very weird, but in a good
I don't
way.
like that mouse.
There are cones. I found traffic cones blocking my entry.
That mouse is a fascist.
What?
Excuse me?
How could you say that?
Look at him.
I'm looking at him and he
Little
looks
man is
he didn't-
authoritarian.
He's just a
as shit.
baby.
He's just a little dude.
He's just a little dude.
You're just a hater.
You are just a hater.
Look at him.
I'm looking. He's baby.
Keep an eye on that little
I thought
fuck.
Hat Mouse was a cat for the longest fucking time.
Why would you
Are
think that?
Are you shitting me?
He looks kind of like a cat.
Hydrate
Okay,
or
that's
die
a-
strike
yeah,
last
okay,
good,
nice
you
try,
dehydrated
Saya.
bitch.
Thank you so much for the hydrate.
Wait, turn around. I want to see your tiara.
You don't deserve my tea.
Pretty.
It's very pretty.
I hope I can buy clothes soon, but I don't exactly know where to buy clothes.
At the
I don't,
clothes store.
I don't know if we can buy clothes, but we can make it. But it takes a bit because we need cloth.
Right, and that's what we're getting sheep for. We're working on it. We're getting there. And I got some miscellaneous stuff, hair dye, pads for my heels so I won't make noise in the house, stockings, and stuff like that. Hell yeah, okay. I didn't know they made, like, pads for your heels so that you don't make noise. I didn't know that. That's fucking cool.
That's
That's
sick as fuck.
sick.
Human innovation.
I don't know. I like the click-clack of my heels. So, like, I don't know. I'm a little brain dead.
Can
I'm like,
either of you make
click,
tree
click.
taps?
I think I can.
I
can make
realized
tappers.
don't-
Yeah, we just don't have any
don't
trees.
Need to have our own trees to do it. We can do it down here.
Oh, we can?
Like, to the south. Yeah, I think as long as it's in an area where like we can cut down the trees, we can tap the trees for sap.
Oh, the pads are for furniture. Okay. Gotcha. Shorts and jeans.
Pizza pie.
I remember I was gonna pay $5,000 for a backwards cap.
Oh, Grib.
Eh.
You need to go Willie's shack to be able to change your bobber.
There we go.
Yeah, he has like a little Voltorb looking motherfucker in the corner, and you can just be
Gotta
like,
talk
"Oh,
to
this
George. Whoop whoop. It's been a while since I
got
played
that.
Stardew. Is there any clothes store, or do you just use a wardrobe? You make your own clothes, I think, but you need cloth to do it.
What?
I don't care about Sam.
Maybe you should.
Be nice.
Here, you want me to care about him? I'll take your man.
No. No.
That's what I thought. I'm trying to be respectful
dare.
and not encroach on your territory. That's why I don't care about your man.
My
Yeah.
territory.
I said what I
Don't
said.
you
Your
dare fuck with my
territory.
mental health early.
Hello, Shane, my love. I wish I was with you every day.
Goo goo gaga, bitch.
Google gaga,
got
bitch. I got
guns.
guns. Hi, Stinky. Quit calling me Stinky. Quit telling people that my pussy stinks. What is wrong with
Thank you.
you? Posted it on Twitter.com, being like, you ever wonder what MILF mommy pussy smells like? Guess. And I'm like, fuck you. I hate your ass. My pussy does not stink.
Al, I deal with fish constantly.
I don't want your opinion. You don't know what my pussy smells
is
like.
Invalid. Your opinion is invalid.
And I hope
shouldn't
you never
recognize-
know.
I shouldn't recognize the ocean when I go into your home.
You shouldn't! And you don't! I've come to expect nothing else when I come in. Yeah, great timing, Trans Knight. This is truly the best timing that we could ask for. Alright, I gave you the fucking fish, Jody. So the smell, is it from the feet? Alright, my feet do kind of stink, I admit that. I've been
They shouldn't smell
told...
like salmon, and they don't.
No, they don't smell like salmon. It's just like...
Something does.
Listen,
Ooh.
listen to me. Listen.
Shin sword.
When I dated a guy with a foot fetish, he specifically liked how stinky my feet were. So, like, I'm aware that
Which
my
means
feet
that they
stink.
stink.
I know, I'm saying that. I know my feet stink.
I don't need to know that your toenails are zesty, alright? I don't
My
need that.
toenails are not zesty.
Penis.
If you put your ear to it, it sounds like the ocean. Oh my
Just-
god.
Ooh.
Yeah, put your ear to my pussy and tell me what happens.
Vacuous.
How dare you?
It'll suck a whole man in if you let it.
How dare you? Oh, I was given a gold bar. Do you need that for something?
I caught a whale shark?
Oh,
no,
nice.
those Stygian. Fuck.
Hell yeah, whale
I want
shark.
to be the one who wins. I'm sorry for yelling.
Who's in first right now with the fishing game?
Well, everyone check it.
I think it's the.
No, it's you.
Oh my god. Let's
It's not
go!
me.
Yes, it
Is
is.
it
No,
Oracle?
it isn't.
You got 1,000 from a fucking beluga wow.
Hold on, I have to put a hat on Grizz. As per Jack's request. Hat for
My
Grizz.
autism. Oh, okay.
Brand assets, props. You want an autism hat?
Yes, I want the autism hat.
Which one? There's multiple.
Yes.
Autism powered fuck machine.
I knew that's what you'd want. You have such a bulbous little head.
Don't you fucking. Oh, sorry.
That's the fucking point.
Thought you were talking about me, but if it's just.
I got a big old dome.
You do got a big old dome.
It's okay. It's perfect for me to headbutt by accident.
Alright, there you go. I have given you your
Okay.
dome hat.
Thank you.
I'm going to bed.
I'm selling my shit real quick.
Hell yeah.
Whip.
Ooh, jellyfish plushie. That's so cute. I love that.
You say jellyfish pussy?
Jellyfish plushie! Plushie!
Same thing.
I hate you.
Eh.
Pussy
I
don't clap
found-
like it used to.
I found an ancient doll. I'm gonna bring it into Gunther tomorrow.
Whose problem is that? The
The Asian doll and
hell?
my pussy not sounded the same.
I don't.
I think it's the ancient doll.
Alright,
The ancient doll's pussy doesn't clap like it used to. Me too.
listen. Oh, wrong doll, sorry. That's all right.
It's okay.
It's correct. So
It's okay.
bad.
Alright, listen.
Not even automatically or anatomically correct either. No, you're right. It's not anatomically correct.
I have to mute real
It's
quick.
okay. It's okay. We're not here for anatomically correct anything. Do these tits look anatomically correct to you?
Aren't they literally styled off your own tit?
Well, yeah, but my waist is not
Who
this
the fuck
thin.
is this
What
dickhead?
is this?
Get him. Get his ass.
What is this? Mystery
Mystery
boxes can now be found. What?
Bitch, what do you mean? Is he spreading anthrax?
Anthrax.
God damn it, it's 2001 again.
Haha, anthrax. Ooh, someone
I
got a
got-
diamond. Good job, Oracle.
I got 6,156 gold from just selling 18 things of mayo.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah,
And
mayo
I'm gonna
seller.
spend it all on bait.
Oh, okay.
That is a lie.
Let's fucking go. Yeah, Oracle, you're fucking killing it.
Alright, that's enough. No, no, I need to start putting my weight back in it.
Oh, okay. God. You guys are competitive about the fish game. Should
What
I, like...
do you think I do in Stardew?
Should I, like, create a reward where, like, top-ranked person gets something? For...
It's just a dick pic. It's not even yours. It's just...
I would not give a dick pic.
It's just... Went on Twitter, typed in dick, and then just like, who cares?
I can't do art right now because I'm very, very, very busy, but, like, I don't know. Maybe I can find something to...
It's okay. I'll do art instead.
I'm just saying, maybe I can find something to give as a
Quality will
reward
plummet.
for every month, like, the top-ranked fisherman will get something. I don't know. I just feel bad that you guys are just competing like this for nothing. I mean, I guess it's fun. Can't wait. Oh, I think our barn is done. I think we have the auto feeder and everything. Nice.
Charter now. Al, would you mind being the person to do the person things with person?
Girl, what?
I'm so sorry. Can you water?
Yeah, I can water.
Thank you.
I'm just
I'm
taking care
so
of the
sorry.
animals right now, so just give me 2 seconds.
Okay. I can water. A
Oh,
full
I haven't
because-
gotten my watering can back yet. Wait until
it's
9
fine.
when I could get it from Clint.
Sorry. Did you pet the jerkies?
Well, those have already been pet on my end.
Have I?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, I guess I don't have it turned on.
I need to chop this down.
Why? That was my son!
It was not your son. If it isn't in the designated tree growing area, you're not allowed to have it.
What about my boyfriend?
I said what I said.
No! Jeans and jorts, jeans and jorts, jeans and jorts and matic.
Jorts and jeans and jorts and jeans and jorts and jeans and jorts and jeans. Do 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 do. So we can get pigs. How much money do you guys have? Oh, Grisby or Beat, I forgot.
Yeah. Who the fuck caught a vape? Oracle.
Oracle, you caught a vape. Hi, Dusty. I love you, Dusty.
I have returned. I am sorry.
No, you're good. I was asking how much money you guys have so that we can buy another barn.
I have 11k. So 11,470.
Okay.
Do you need it? How much of that do you need for the barn? How much is it for another barn? Because I know we're gonna be like starting from scratch, right?
Yeah.
Also, do
Give
we have the
me-
materials to make another barn?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Oh, I'm having a cutscene. Victor, you're kind of cute. Grizz gone to get some milk? Yeah, Grizz went to get me some milk. I don't want to watch Victor's cutscene. Sorry, Victor, I just don't care.
I went to go get milk?
Yeah, you went to
I
go
was
get me
doing what
milk,
you-
right?
Yeah. Oh, I went to get myself milk because I want cheese.
Hell yeah,
I'm
cheese.
sorry.
No, you're good.
I wish I knew how to make more cheese. I only know how to make ricotta. Which ricotta, delicious, but also, like, more cheese.
I'm going to come back and then I will go to the carpenters.
Oh my god, George is having zoomies instead of Jojo Martin. I love this.
Love
Oh
that.
my god. He spawned like a million of him to simulate that he's running everywhere.
I love that.
Is that a cutscene? Are you watching a
Yes,
cutscene?
it's a cutscene because Jeans is
Ow.
talking about unions again.
Hell yeah.
Let me walk in. Maybe I'll get the cutscene.
It's because I made him love me the most because I'm amazing.
Because I'm amazing.
I hate you. No, I don't. I'm just
Aw.
jealous of the fact I want to see Jeans and Jorts go fucking ham.
Hi, Sebastian. I love you.
And now he just put union flyers on the ground so everyone can start discovering how to make a union.
Good for him. Good for fucking him. I know how to make salted cheese that lasts for a long time. That's fucking Radabraxis. I don't know how to make a goddamn thing.
Let's go pee in his office on the way out. Oh boy, I've been saving up, says Jorts.
Oh my god. I got a mod that gave
I
Sam
can't
different hair.
I can't fucking get stuff today because the carpenter is closed for dumb reasons.
Why?
Oh, I forgot on Tuesdays, she's out and she's usually hanging with like,
Okay.
the other moms and shit.
If we bring Clint 8 gold ores, he'll give us 330 gold and we get to keep the ore.
I thought you were gonna say Clunt.
Right.
You know how to cheer people up, Al. Thank
It's
you,
Victor's birthday.
Abraxas. At least I know how to do that, but I do not know how to cook. I'm not very good at that. Like, if you give me instructions, I can sort of do it, but not the best.
Where's Victor? Where's Victor? Where's Victor? Hi, Grib. Bye, Grib.
Talking to
I'm good.
everybody.
I'll bring the thing to Clint.
There we go. I have now talked to
Get
everyone
more.
that is in here.
Victor?
You're a good bean, Alger. Thank you, Curious One. Thank you.
You're
Victor,
a
goddammit, leave your fucking bedroom, you whore!
No,
It's
no.
your birthday!
Damn.
Oh, it's Victor's birthday? I guess I should try to give him something. And cooking just takes the first start of a recipe. That's fair. I am just not super good
Yeah,
at
he's
it.
not going inside.
Have a good
You're
time,
welcome.
Rebel Wolf.
And also, he's not home.
Oh.
Oh, Victor's not home?
No.
Oh, well.
You
I went in his
fucking
room anyway.
Silly fool.
I went in his room
Sorry.
just to flex on you because I can.
Oh, it's because you're cheating?
No. No, the cheating menu doesn't let you. I'm just friends with him.
Are you? Oh,
I
because
am.
you've given him cheap pumpkins.
Cheat pumpkins, how dare you?
Am I wrong? You're gonna look at me
How-
thinking I'm wrong?
Dare you say that about my pumpkins?
Yeah, okay.
My pumpkins are sexy, and I just happen to have 1,000 of them.
Yep. I see how it is.
I like
Didn't know that
banter
you
with you. You're
hated
funny.
people. Excuse me?
I said I like banter with you. You're funny.
No, yeah, when we're not on stream, you usually say different things.
Yeah, because I hate you, but you're still my friend, and I love you, bitch.
You cunt.
Yeah, you got it right.
You have a smelly gun.
I do not have a smelly cunt. Shut up.
I said gun.
Oh, still. My pussy doesn't stink. Stop saying that.
I'm just corroborating with other evidence that I've heard.
Jack can shut his fucking mouth. He doesn't even smell my pussy. Jack's one to talk, too. He's a stinky bitch. I have to bathe him.
Stinky.
You have
Damn, you're
That
into
made it sound like you
pumpkins
were gonna
now?
lick it.
Yeah, I've been into pumpkins.
more like
I almost
Blumpkins.
put my dick in a pumpkin.
No,
Do
Oh,
not say
come on.
Blumpkins. Do not.
Do not say what?
What you said.
What does that even mean? I thought I was the first one to ever say this word in my life.
No. I'm not explaining what a Blumpkin is.
You're explaining right now.
Sounds like something someone who's stinky would say. You're stinky!
We're all stinky. As long as we have flesh, we are all stinky.
Am I stinky?
Yes, you have flesh.
I don't.
Have a good lurk, Oracle. Thank you so much for coming. I hope you enjoy your fishing.
The fuck do you mean? No, I don't. I've seen you. You
Hi,
have
Victor.
No, I don't think so.
Happy birthday. I gave Victor a gift. Don't bonk me, Jackson.
Mrs. Whippy?
Mississippi.
Mrs. Whippy?
Mrs. Thwippy.
Miss my Whippy.
Girl, what?
flesh. My pussy is grippy.
Okay. Alright.
I'm not saying anything anymore.
I specifically do not make friends with whatever his fucking name is. The Joja Mart guy. I do not give him gifts.
Morris? Yeah, I can't stand that fucker. I don't give
Morris is a bitch.
I don't give him a single fucking gift.
Morris has balls bigger than his dick, and I don't like that.
Huh?
Why would you?
Huh?
What's wrong? What'd I say?
I don't.
I love you, Shane. You're the love
I
of
don't
my
know what to
life.
say.
What's wrong? What'd I do?
Just wife him up already. Get his chickens. Wife him up.
Oh, you're talking about Morris. I'm like, I will do no such thing.
No.
Oh, shit.
Because I want his chicken.
Marnie and Lewis are having a cutscene. Drama.
They fucking?
I mean, maybe. Suddenly someone is a
He's gonna slip that
tanuki?
mayoral.
Ah.
Suddenly someone is a tanuki. No, I mean like normal sized nuts, very small dick.
Hey, guys.
But,
I see you.
He's gonna slip a mayoral permission form right into her fucking slit.
I hate you. I hate
I
you.
do
I hate
too.
you. And I hate you
kinda want-
again.
I don't want to think anymore.
Why was I hiding there?
Crib.
It's a good question.
Crib.
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 Do we have enough gold to start upgrading our tools further, or... I keep thinking their
I-
chat box noises are Discord notifs. Yeah, they do kind of sound like that, don't they?
I think we do. It's still, the number of ingots doesn't change, but the cost changes.
Yeah, I know.
That chance, stinky. Sorry.
Let me go see how many ores we have.
We have 80 gold.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, that should be more than enough for us to upgrade our shit to gold.
Okay.
Grib.
I just don't know how much expensive. God, I'm having a stroke. How expensive it is.
Grib, I found two things of iridium ore.
Did you put it in
Uh-oh.
the chest?
I just put it in chest, so now you can make another one.
Okay.
What are the fish
is-
stats right now? I wonder who is in first. What is the
So can-
queue?
Yeah, hold on. Can you see a full comprehensive list where it just tells you who's in first?
Oh, the game overlay is weird. Why is there a
Periwinkle.
weird game overlay?
There's 2 periwinkles.
I know. I can go put it into the thing.
There we go.
Periwinkle.
Okay.
Wah, 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 wah.
There are currently 4 fishers in line. And I don't think I can view settings while I'm on stream. Oh, yes I can. Or no, wait, I can
Apparently,
click
I need a
this,
battery
leaderboards.
pack, and I need to give it to Victor.
We have battery packs. They're in the first chest.
Apparently, he's a robot, and I need to stick that shit up his ass or something. I don't know.
Hot! Kinky.
Martin, you want a periwinkle? You're not feeling it?
I don't know
Fuck
if it'll
you, then.
show me the leaderboards until, like, the queue is over, which, there are 3 people left.
Did you just type in leaderboards?
Oh, there we go. So Oracle is in first, Hydora is in second, and Alistair is in third. I'm still in third, but you're coming up on me, Bridge. And Grizz is in fourth. So that's what we got going right now.
Finally. I'm the winner.
Okay.
Weenie weenie. Cheeking deenie.
Don't you talk to my cheeky weenies.
I was gonna say, go ahead and cure yourself up more. Like, shit, why not, you know? What are we waiting on?
I think it's Bridge. I think we're waiting on Bridge because I'm in
It
bed.
is. I didn't realize that we had already completed the crap pot bundle because I'm kind of stupid.
If your
I
model
literally
starts
told you.
freaking
I know,
out,
I
I'm
know,
trying to
I
connect
know.
to my VTuber studio. That is so funny. Okay, something to talk about on chat or on stream. So me and Jack, we have this problem where every time with VBridger, we go to connect to our VTuber models, it'll connect to the other person's.
Yeah,
And,
so
like,
then it
we
tries,
will
like,
both-
every refresh
Yeah,
to
and-
connect to both of them.
Exactly, and we will, like, literally both be controlling the same model, so the model will be, like, wigging out and shit.
Yeah,
and
imagine
it's
Darude
so fucking
Sandstorm and
funny.
Heroin, and that's what they're listening to.
It's 12:50, Bridge.
Yeah, womp
Okay.
Guess I'll die then.
Okay. But yeah, it's
And I
really
died.
fucking funny. I wonder if there's a way to fix it. Oh, I got another higher level of foraging. Neat. So Al
Ooh,
gets
I can
all
get
up
that.
in Jack? Oh, yes I do. And Jack gets all up in Al. Al body and Jack voice. I wonder if I could still get Jack to do a thing. I'm gonna see if I
Bailiff,
can get
check
Jack.
his coochie.
Get out of my cooter!
Leave his.
Need to
key
make sure, need to make
alone.
sure Jack wasn't swallowed.
Why would Jack be swallowed by my cooter cat? What is wrong with you?
He's small. You're forceful.
I'm forceful?
Bridge, you have issues.
Do I?
You have a lot
I'm
of
trying to.
issues.
I'm protecting my friend. Let me out. It's dark, says Jack.
Jack.
Let me out, it's dark. Jack, get out of my pussy! What is wrong with you?
I haven't eaten in 3 days.
My friends.
Oh,
have
he's
issues.
eating alright, trust me.
Just Jack's like, I dropped my keys, and then I wound up here. I don't know what happened.
I don't like it here.
no,
Door
I feel
no.
unsafe. I feel
Door
unsafe.
stuck.
Abraxas, save me, please.
The door is stuck. The door to my
Feel
pussy. Okay. Jack, why the fuck are you like this? Move!
There's a. Why is there a tree?
I cut it
In
down.
the chicken area.
It decided to grow.
Boop, 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 boop.
Did you already chop it?
Peanut. Alistair did.
I'm going to make mayonnaise. You're dating me. You're right, I am dating you, and I love you very much. What are you gonna do about it, idiot?
Oh, can't say that. Can't say that on screen.
Oh.
What did you
Oh,
say? You
sure.
didn't,
I
did
didn't
you?
say it. I didn't.
Okay, thank God.
That was close.
I was like, you didn't, did you?
Unfiltered, full out there.
You're being homosexual.
Only because Jack's picking on me. I'm not actually in homosexuals with him.
That's what they all say.
I'm not. Me and Jack aren't dating. I don't know what you're talking about.
White literally has stumped his gump right inside your cooter shooter.
He what?
I don't
What
know
the
what the
fuck
fuck you
did you
just
just
said.
say?
Sorry.
I'm not dating him. I don't know him. He just says shit. I don't know why.
Hey,
Yeah,
so
I'm
where
T-
are those like boxes
TTS
that we
for
can
my bad
apparently
thoughts.
find?
What's up?
I don't know. Maybe we have to look around.
I guess I'll just spend today exploring then, trying to find the boxes.
You know what? As soon as Clint opens,
I
which
don't
he's
need your
been
cutscene,
open-
Robin.
Leave
I
her
don't need
alone.
your cutscene, Maru.
Leave both of them alone.
Alright, so
Oh,
for
goddamn,
a
it's
new
10,000.
barn, I have enough money. I'll just make it myself.
It's
So fine.
10,000 for the gold upgrade, so now I only have 2,000 left.
I'm gonna put this barn right
Rip.
here.
Just watch them teleport out the world.
Yeah, I'm
Do you
going-
want to put the goats in there and like the cows in the other one, or what do you want to do?
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm putting the goats and cows in the other one that we're building,
yeah, we can-
and then we can have the current one that we've upgraded all the way just be pigs and sheep. I thought that would be the best idea.
Hell yeah, I agree.
Pigs and sheep are so expensive, though.
Well, I don't agree.
Okay.
Get fucked.
I'm sorry.
By who? Who
Stop
would
it.
even think?
Stop.
Okay.
Who would even think to
broccoli
fuck
seeds.
Bridge? God, couldn't imagine anyone doing that.
I will fucking get you, Alistair.
I knew you couldn't resist saying something. I knew it.
I am innocent. I'm innocent.
You're
I've
pious.
done nothing wrong.
You're
I'm not
pious.
pious. I'm not pious. I've done a lot of sinning, but
I've gotten around in my day.
I
Oh, in
am
your
a
day?
man with
Fucked many
5
harlots.
ovens.
And a queer? Oh boy, take a fucking... Get this...
I'm gonna make more mayonnaise.
I am a man with 5 ovens, and you can't
Wait.
talk to me like that.
Why do you have 5 ovens in your house?
He doesn't.
I don't. I was just quoting Markiplier.
Oh.
You say in your ass?
No, I said in the house.
Hmm.
I have 5
likely
ovens in my
story.
ass.
Something's in,
In my ass.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want a baguette?
No. I
Alistair,
do want to bag it.
Alistair, do you want a baguette?
No, thank you.
Okay. I'm stealing whoever processed this cheese and putting it in.
It did mine.
I'm putting it in the chest.
Mine.
Actually, can I sell the cheese?
Can I sell the trees?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
I can't wait to get a second coop.
I can't wait to finally poop.
What?
Are you good enough friends with Shane yet that we can get blue chickens?
I don't know.
How many hearts you got with him?
Hold on, I'll check in just a second. I'm building a fence for the cows and goats.
Okay. Lovely.
Is that enough room for them, do you think?
I think that's enough.
Okay. They might be a little cramped.
Ooh, I should probably get some. I should make grass starter and plant some in both of the barn areas because that will help them.
I agree,
It's
it
Willie's
also
birthday.
does look good.
It's Willie's birthday.
It's Willie's birthday.
Alright, let me
Willie's
give him
birthday.
where is he?
What is he like? I don't remember.
He likes bufferfish.
Yeah, but we need that for a bundle.
I already put it in.
Golden ocean flower, golden pumpkin, magic rock candy, pearl, prismatic shard, rabbit's foot, butterfish, catfish, diamond flower cookie, gold bar, iridium bar, jewel of the sea, mead, octopus, pumpkin, sea cucumber, seaweed salad, sturgeon, and the
Oh,
art of crabbing.
Having a cutscene with Willy.
Yay.
What do you
Sounds
need?
like a-
What do you need help with, buddy? Sea cucumber.
Oh, he likes sea cucumber?
No, you caught a sea cucumber, and I was proud of
Oh.
you.
Sorry. Yeah, yeah.
Hold on, let me get.
Oh my God, crabs!
Yeah.
Crib.
Crib. Crib.
Willie's just like, yeah.
Okay.
Oh wait, is it the cutscene where there's just a bunch of crabs in his fucking
Yes.
shop?
Yeah. And everyone's just fine with it.
I think that's my favorite cutscene with Willy.
Everyone's just fine with it?
Yeah, I mean, Gus is fine with
Oh,
it.
there's more than just one person there. Alright.
Yeah.
I didn't see Gus.
Hell yeah.
Would you fuck Willie?
Yeah, he's my
No.
type. Okay.
I think of him too much as a dad. I can't fuck my father. That's
No, it's perfect that he's a dad for me.
Would you fuck Linus?
no
Let me put on a hat. Let me put on a hat.
hat gang.
Are you putting on a hat?
Mm-hmm.
Does it say would fuck Linus?
Certified Linus fucker.
No.
Daddy Issues monthly subscriber.
Daddy Issues monthly subscriber.
Oh my god, I was what?
What?
I was kidding.
Nope, that's what I chose.
Al, I don't think you understand. I didn't know you had a hat that said that.
I do. Why
I
is
thought you-
Elliot asleep
thought you
so
knew.
early in the day?
No. Because he's an EP boy.
Weirdo.
I'd suck his dick.
What?
What?
Okay, girl.
Look at that Fabio hair. I don't hear it.
Okay, alright, alright.
Wrap that shit around my teeth. That's weird.
What?
I don't know.
I love you. I think you need to stop talking.
Oh, we're live? Oh, that's weird.
No, we're live? Wow, I had no idea. Also, ad
Heavens
warning.
to fucky.
Heavens to Betsy, we're live. Oopsie.
Don't look at my Betty.
What?
What? You talk a lot.
You talk a lot!
Fuck you mean?
You fucking whore.
It's
Please let me out. Please let me out. Thank you.
Jack when caught in coochie.
Jack doesn't get lost in my fucking cooch!
Alright, hopefully it's not the stink star then.
Oh, Jack
I've
got
been
lost.
placing some of my grass starter.
I really
and
hope
it-
Jack didn't get lost in my
There was-
asshole. Now that would be a tragedy. I don't think we'd ever see that boy again.
I don't think we'd want to. Fucker would be covered.
Bleh.
I
A
hate
thin
Bleh.
I hate
Bleh. I clean my butthole, thank you, before anal.
Not like that.
No, I do. I clean it deep.
Not a deep colon.
Yeah, I do the full deep colon enema before fucking anal. I'm not an idiot. Because he has a good signal for GPS. Jack, is the signal good inside of me?
No, it's like I'm living inside airplane mode. I don't know what to do.
I hate you.
No! Exclamation points.
God.
Apparently the signal is not good inside of me.
Or like anus plane mode.
That's what you fucking sound
I hate
like.
both of you.
Damn.
Make me fat ass.
What?
Okay, Squilliam, fancy pants.
It's Squilliam Fancy Son.
Is it Fancy Son? I thought it was Fancy
It's
It is.
Fancy
Fancy
Son.
pan.
I thought he was
Fancy Pants. No, it's Fancy Son.
That's just because he's a cunt.
He is a
It's actually
cunt.
because he's serving cunt. You see that?
He-
Gabriel?
You cannot convince me that him and Squidward are not exes. Like, I'm sorry, but I
They
just...
absolutely fucking are. Anyone who says that they aren't is a fucking liar and a scam.
Like that one that used to bully him in school, but like he was always into him because of it.
Oh, I love Enemies to Lovers.
Enemies.
More just like enemies to stayed as enemies, but boy howdy does one of them wish that he could get inside that fucking tentacles.
Uh-huh!
Tentaclussy.
Okay.
Tentaclussy.
Y'all going to bed?
No.
I'm getting fiber and
As long as Willie's out here, I'm out here.
Okay.
I'm actually doing something productive for the
Alright, well he's out of here. Alright, I'm going to bed.
Fuck you.
I was gonna
He
fucking...
literally just burned and went back to his home. I was like, alright, well. By the way, I have
Oh, we have
$1
corn, by
in
the way, that no one got.
it.
I also can't water the corn because I don't have that.
Maybe you should get it.
Well, it's being worked on right now. I don't have my watering can.
Maybe you should try it and not make excuses anymore.
Girl!
Okay, bridge.
Yeah.
I will get your
Let's
ass.
take a break.
Let's piss on
Piss
him.
on him. I wish I had Jack's piss redeem, but I don't.
I thought you were just gonna say that, Jack, piss.
Hey Jack, can you come in my room and say piss for everybody?
Pardon? Okay, got it.
No, I did not say, hey Jack, can you come in my room and piss on everybody? I said, can you say
No,
piss for
just thought you were gonna leave it. Hey,
everybody?
Jack, can you just come in my room?
Jack, can you come on me for stream?
As a tee hee ha ha.
Just as a joke, just as a prank.
Yeah, it's just a prank, dude.
Yeah.
Prank, bro.
Jack,
It's just
Yeah.
a prank.
Yeah,
Jack,
stop making it
hey,
weird.
Jack.
Come on. It's
Hi,
just a little
Jack.
piss in my mouth.
Jack, can you come on me for stream just as a prank? No, come back. I need you to say piss. No, come back.
I need you to say piss.
Say
Please
piss.
stop.
Say piss. Say the line, Bart.
I fucking hate you.
Say the line, Bart.
Piss.
Thank you. There you go. You got your Jack piss.
Clip this stream. Clip it. Clip it. We need it.
No, don't kiss me on stream. That's gay. Stop it.
Kiss him on stream. Kiss
Do
him.
not.
Kiss him.
I like how you
Forehead
just let me
slobbers.
grab your
Get
head.
on it.
Yeah, you have to grab my big meat head. I have a big fat head.
Seriously, you have to grab my big fat titties. Oh my god, they just
No.
showed me a fucking advertisement for the new Korn concert coming up.
Hell yeah.
Oh, Korn and Gojira? Hold on a second.
Hell yeah. That actually sounds kind of cool.
How much is it? Hold tight. Damn, I don't have money because I want to see my boyfriend again. Fuck.
Womp womp womp.
Womp, 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 womp.
Oh, thank God, my watering can is ready. And my cheese is ready.
Boom, 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 boom. I want you in my womb.
Rubbing the darn
George
thing with a
wants
hot
a
pepper.
pepper.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring him a hot pepper. That's my cheese!
Sorry. Shit.
Can I have my cheese?
Yeah, I was just gonna put it in the chest.
Hold on, I need a hot pepper and I need to put it on
Thank
Willie.
you. Yeah, I was gonna go take him one.
It's on George.
Who is
All
George
right,
again?
everyone head on out. Hot pepper time. Let's go.
The one in a wheelchair.
Oh, okay.
Al, hold shift.
No!
Yeah, fuck you. No, we're slow. You can't do this.
Yes, I can.
No, I was the first one to know about his pepperness.
Jack steal a bra is payment. I have one I have one bra. Do not take my fucking bra. I have one.
Bridge.
What?
I said it first.
No, I didn't. I did. Ooh, cheer.
I did.
We gotta wait till 8 a.m.
You can take my cheer.
Ah,
I can't use it.
Get me from all the way over there.
I can't use it.
I'm gonna talk to Dusty while I wait. Hi, Dusty.
I'm gonna kiss him on the nose.
I love you, Dusty.
Hi, Dusty. I give him many.
Hi. Hi, Alex. Hello.
Hey, Alex, you want some jam? Good.
Yeah.
It's hot pepper jelly. Put it on your knees.
Hell yeah.
No. Move.
I
You
love
move.
maximizing profits by all of us giving him the same thing. Alright, I'm gonna go exploring and try to find those boxes.
I'm gonna take care of the chickens.
I'm gonna shoot myself.
Don't do that. One of the ducks is stuck in the fucking opening of the coop.
Why only one? Jack uses the rest as hats? Because I can't afford another. Bras are expensive. Like, the one bra I have, doesn't even, like, fit right. It's too small, but, like, bras that would fit me are, like, 10 times more expensive, and they're ugly. So, like, it fits good enough. So, yeah, I have one bra. Alistair only has the one bra. Fact of the day. It's true. I only have one bra. I'm fucking broke. I can't afford a new bra. That bra was new. Because my other only one bra ripped. So I finally had to get another one bra.
I'm making
I'm sorry.
And I assure you, that thing is doing its best.
I thought you were gonna say is a veteran of the war.
It really is.
tomats.
I'm Abra, but I could be your bra.
Ahaha! Ahaha!
I'm scared.
Ha
No. Shut the fuck up.
You're scaring
You're-
me.
You're scaring the hose.
Yeah.
I'm not a hoe.
I know,
I'm
but you
double.
use one sometimes.
I said I'm a shovel.
You're a shovel.
Y'all are ridiculous.
I'm dating a trowel?
Huh?
What?
A shovel is a trowel is a
Ooh, I got red boneberry.
Put that in my mouth.
We should make jam out of this.
I mean, will it be good?
I don't know.
Start knowing, motherfucker. Goddamn.
You are very aggressive.
Was that a? Oh, I thought I was reining it in. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Peanut.
In the Godzilla.
You heard Al, new booby slings for them. Yeah, I need.
New bubber.
I'm
slings.
literally that fucking image, that like drawing of Aphrodite where someone is holding up her tits. I need that. I need 2 men at all times to hold up my tits. Or women.
seen
The
it
job
before,
is
and I
gender
I
neutral.
love that. Yeah.
The point is, you need hands to hold up these titties.
I do.
Wake up in the morning hating my fat tits.
Me?
Sorry.
Oh, my bones. Oh, ow, ow.
What are your bones doing?
They're hurting.
They hate your fat tits. That's what.
Oh, okay. Damn. Sorry my tits angered your bones, Grizz.
No, my bones just hate bridge speaking.
Haha.
Sorry.
What happened?
He left me see for a second.
Oh, he'll come back.
He did. He's back.
I got a 4-leaf clover!
You don't deserve one.
What did I do wrong?
No, you sided with my boyfriend when he said
What
that
is
my
this
tits are small.
abandoned house? I didn't say your tits are small.
I didn't say your tits were small. The fuck?
Well, they are.
Oh, Aurora Vineyard bankrupt due to...
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen this before. What is it?
It's just a note they get. It's Lola.
What are you doing?
I was exploring, trying to find stuff, and I found this.
No bridge.
I don't actually know. I'm so sorry. I just started going on autopilot as I saw stuff.
I mean, if you wanted to smelt, go ahead. But like, you didn't say anything. You just took
I know.
my
I didn't
shit.
ask. I didn't do anything. I grabbed. I saw the iridium ore and I wanted to turn it into a bar, so I just did it, and I did that. And then I saw the iron in the other coal, and I was just like, I can do it.
I mean, shit,
It's
I'm not
okay.
complaining.
Is it okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
It's
I'm
less
sorry.
work that I have to do. No, it's fine. Like, I was just confused. I was like, what are you doing?
I saw the stuff, and my brain was just like, do it.
Hell yeah. Productivity. I'm finding
It's
a
like
bunch
whenever I
of
see
stuff from
dishes
foraging.
sometimes, and like half the day I'll be like, oh, don't fucking touch one
I
of
need
those.
to
but
get
then the
into
other-
that chest so I can
I'm so
put that
sorry.
shit away.
Wait, hold on. I need to make. Can we make a recycling machine?
What does a
Yep.
recycling machine do?
So if you find
Trash.
like speedies or something, it'll turn it into like quartz or something else.
Oh, neat. I've never had that before.
So there's a use for all the trash that you were accumulating when you were trying to fish.
Yeah, it's me.
Oh.
I'm trash.
It just said trash, though. It didn't say, like, anything specific, like
No, you can use
CDs.
that in there.
That's the point of the recycler is you take the trash and it turns it into something valuable.
Oh, okay.
Unlike me.
Bridge, enough. Not while I'm live.
I'm sorry. I thought it was funny.
Boop, boop, boop,
Oh
boop,
my
boop,
god. Oh,
boop.
grass starter.
Yeah, I'm putting down grass for
It-
the
it-
animals.
Okay. It scared me because I walked in here. I'm like, where the fuck did foliage come from?
I just want to say that I'm exploring, and oh my god! Hi, Solus, meow meow, my little meow meow. And you, how are you? How are you? What you doing? Holy, that scared me. It scares you like every time. If you want a different entry greeting, you can always just tell me and I'll make one for you. Like, just send me a sound file. I wanted to have one of like your voice, but I couldn't find any clips. Broccoli seeds.
Sorry, did you say my little meow meow?
Yeah. Solus is my
Alright.
little meow meow.
So if you need help, just, you know.
Why do you assume that everybody I have a consensual relationship with needs help?
I don't know.
I see you.
As if Grib called me my little meow meow. I don't.
Okay, but it's funny.
Have you considered that it's funny?
Oh, gotcha. Hey, I'm a proud little meow meow is what Solus said.
Okay, alright. I'm sorry. I didn't want to assume your meow meow status.
Your meow meow status.
Where you stand on meow meow.
Where you stand on meow meow. I stand on
I-
meow business.
Okay, first off, that was me, my joke, so thanks.
Sorry.
Second, I'm feline pretty possum about it.
Hell
on,
yeah.
ban this man.
That's great,
Ban
Solus.
this man.
Do not ban her. Do not ban my love, my wife. Do not ban Solus, my wife. My little meow meow.
Mods.
No!
Mods, get this motherfucker.
Solus used to be a mod. You must respect your elder mod.
I'm not doing anything. It's all bridge. I'm not a part
I
of
don't
this.
respect none of these retired boomers.
I'm not a
Retired
part of
boomers.
this. I'm not a part of this. I'm just here. I'm just fishing, man. I don't know.
You're not fish. Oh.
You really are just
Bird.
here for the fishing.
I'm just fishing. Miso, swear to fucking God, get off. Get off. Get off.
Miso. Lovely
Are you being mean to
Miso.
Misa?
I'm not. Miso's just standing in the way of the path. I couldn't go to the mines. I'm trying to go do my job.
I haven't found a single fucking one of those, like, presents that are apparently out and about. They just don't exist. Hold on, what does it say? Hold on, hold on. Oh, there's too many fishings. Yeah, it's been a
Sorry.
good while. Now I'm actually in a place where I can be awake and catch your streams. Yeah, I'm also streaming earlier in the day now, so it kind of works out. No
Yeah,
worries.
Jordy's
You don't have to
prime
be a
time
mod
house
again.
stream.
I was just picking on fucking Grizz and Bridge. I just
I
like
have
having
long
you here,
for
Solus.
him, and he looks great.
Imagine being sparkly.
Eating healthy.
Oh, just
Alright,
I'm
got some good
just happy.
foods.
Aw, I'm happy you're happy to catch my streams. I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm doing stuff.
Sometimes. Some days.
Oh yeah, by the way, guys, on the 17th, we will be having a 12-hour stream for our streaming anniversary, and I will be debuting the Alistair 2.5 model, the updated model that I worked very hard on with Jack.
Yeah,
Jack
hard on.
also worked very hard on it.
And also at 8 o'clock. Wait, is it CST?
We don't
or
have
PM?
a no. Yeah, 8 o'clock
CST.
CST tonight. We are on
o'clock
Jack's
EST.
channel. We will be streaming or 7 p.m. Fuck, I'm having a stroke. At 7 p.m. CST tonight, we will be on Jack's channel playing golf with your friends for Jack's birthday. So you should
Possibly
also
more.
be here
I
for
don't know
that.
if that was it solidified that it was just that?
We don't know. Jack hasn't
Okay, that's fair.
decided what he wants to do. He hasn't figured it
Golf is
out.
definite.
You are a very important pisser. That is exactly what that means. Your piss is so important to me. You get to piss on me at the front of the line.
The fuck did you say?
I should commission piss art. I should draw piss art.
No, you shouldn't. No,
I should,
no.
I should.
Everyone in chat, close the
No,
ears
I
for
know,
a second.
I know. No,
No,
no.
Solus. Solus, no. Put that excitement back where you found it.
Cribson, hold on. What is wrong with your piss?
That is different. That is different. That is different. That is a bad thing.
What is wrong with your piss?
That is what happens when you sneeze during a special time of the month. That is not okay. We are
Listen,
not
I
doing
know I
this.
drink blood, but I don't want that blood.
I do not want to think about the hemoglobin shotgun shower. I don't. Want
That was funny. No, that was good.
Achoo. Just
I hate you. I hate you so goddamn much.
see motherfucker blown back into the next room. Is it my blood? It isn't. Oh, I don't like that more.
I mean, I guess if you ask really nicely and tell me I'm a pretty girl, I would drink your blood piss, alright? Fine. Fine.
I'd like
This
to
is what we've
veto that
come
last
to.
sentence, actually.
This is what we've come to.
This
Yeah.
is what you've come
Did I catch a
to.
fucking tire? Son of a bitch.
Solus X Alistair piss art win. I would so draw that. Send me your reference and I'll add it to my list of shit I need to draw.
I will pay you not to do that.
You'll pay me not to do it.
Yes.
That sucks, because I'm gonna do it. Hi, Miso.
So that's just free money.
I'm gonna make you sign an I'm gonna make you sign an NDA that makes you not able to draw anymore.
Sure. I got food from Gus and I don't need it.
Shut up!
Oh,
It's
shit.
food from Gus.
Oh no.
He's an amazing lad.
You know who else is gonna make food? Me. I'm gonna make a
Mom.
shit ton of moss soup.
There was an egg right in front of the door and I couldn't fucking get through it.
It's. I'm very sorry.
Where's my moss?
Something's in my meows.
I can't pick up this egg because you're in the way! Gueco!
Why
It's always Gueco.
It's always Gueco.
Wacko's just a little man. You leave him alone now.
Always Gueco.
I will stab. For fear of my son.
Alright. Time to take care of the cows.
I don't think some of these crops are gonna fucking harvest until, you know, it's too late.
Do you guys want moss soup?
No.
I had enough to make 17.
Oh my god. You can drink moss soup.
Did
I'm
you take all
good.
80 of the moss? Oh,
I took all the moss that was in my chest.
I have 80 moss in here. Is that all you can use it for?
Solus,
know.
both. Give me a ref with and without clothes. Give me both.
Titties.
Titties.
Titties. Bridge.
Yes.
Bridge. Stop. Come here.
God damn it, now I have brain rot and I'm thinking about Gawk.
Bridge. Come here.
Give me a
Like,
second.
I think
No,
about
sorry.
Gawk too much. I think about Gawk all the time.
No, I didn't
Why did you say no?
You got that Gawk for real, for real? Hell yeah. Please give me my watering can. Thank you.
Do you think Pam wants some moss soup?
Don't give her the soup I just gave you. That's fucked up.
What? But what if I can't eat?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a mouth. Yet I must stream. Did you just drink
Oh
it?
god, 10,000 per thing for the gold tools. Jesus. Jesus.
That's how it be. On this
Bitch of an earth.
Ches Loez.
I can't go mining because he's still working on my fucking
Grizz.
pickaxe.
Why?
I'm trying to drink your soup.
How do what level do I get iridium on? If I-
When this motherfucker walked by.
So the only thing with iridium is it shows up randomly, and it has a higher chance of showing up the more floors you go down in the Skull Caverns. So it's not guaranteed.
Okay.
It's never guaranteed. It's just you have a higher chance of encountering it the more you continue down into the Skull Caverns.
Gotcha.
Bridge.
Yeah. Oh, there.
Back off.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Sam took your other one.
Well, I
You
guess I
like
can
it?
just get a fuck ton of gold.
We did, actually. He said, thanks, this is a cool gift. And I was like, you're welcome.
Hell yeah.
You're welcome, even though it was mine.
God damn, you are irritating. Fucking
Hello, old
bitches.
mariner. With a strange amulet to sell.
Jump in.
Wait, hold on. Grib and Alistair, can't you talk to the old mariner and get the amulet so you can...
I'm not
I
ready to
think
get
it's-
married.
I don't think we have high enough relationships with our current partners to do that just yet.
Oh my god, make it work.
Yeah,
that was really
I'm
meant
not
to be
able
funny.
to
I'm
get
sorry, that was
married
actually
yet.
quite rude.
No, you're good, you're
No.
good.
I'm not ready for this commitment.
They're not ready for this kind of commitment. They're not ready. Give them time.
Can I fuck Olivia yet? Ooh.
Oh my god. I thought you were going after Sophia.
Well,
Penis.
eeny, meeny, miny,
YouTube
moe.
timer.
Penis.
I'm already talking about fucking other people in front of my boyfriend. Like, what do you...
No.
Penis.
Penis.
Do we have a flower cookie?
No.
Can we get on that?
How do we get that? I don't even know what that is.
Sophia needs a flower cookie.
Oh, I think it's a recipe.
Oh, I got a diamond.
Hello, Sophia. Would you like this soup? Oh, I'm sweet. Thank you.
I don't even know what a flower cookie is.
I gotta go pee. I'll be right back.
Have a good piss.
Love you, bye.
These just go on forever. You said what about your boyfriend?
Nothing. I said that he's cool. Shut up.
Okay.
That was again meant to be funny, but I need to learn my tone better.
No, you're good. You're good.
I'm gonna friends with Sophia.
Nice. You can buy a bouquet and ask her to date you.
Well, not good enough friends, so I can enter her room.
Oh, okay.
I have 2 hearts.
Would you like some pumpkins
Well, okay, I'm not gonna say it, but what does that mean?
to give to Sophia?
No, what the word that I said before they yelled at me not to say.
No. What? Oh, Blumpkin? It's just a nasty sex position.
Is it? What the fuck?
Yeah.
I love that word. It's so funny to me. Why the fuck have they taken it and... Why have they ruined it?
Because that's what it's always meant.
God damn it, these whores.
Yeah, that's why I was like, ew, no, don't say that.
What is it?
I'm not describing it on stream. I already got yelled at that time when I described a rusty trombone.
Isn't that when you just poop on penis?
No, shush, that is not what it is. Stop it. Stop,
alright.
stop, stop.
Okay, I stop. I'm not saying anything.
We don't talk about these things. Everybody in chat yells at me when I talk
Your
about them.
grippers were out earlier. I don't want to hear it.
Okay, but feet are funny.
Are they?
Yes, and the problem is that nobody likes hearing about scat, which isn't a problem, really. I also don't like hearing about scat.
I mean, it's kind of...
I think that's normal. I try not to kink shame, but, you know, God's love has limits. Someone takes being a scat man to the next level. Exactly.
Skibbity bobbity bada.
Skibbity bada.
Skibbity bop.
Do 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 do.
Dropping on that gawk like I know I should.
Hell yeah. We love gawk in this
Alistair
motherfucking
fucking
house.
Trap song.
We love gawk. All I think about is gawk. You are annoying.
Don't you say that about gawk.
No, not gawk. About this thing. This green thing I'm fighting.
Emma said, do you think it doesn't have a gawk? And I was like, no.
I don't want to know what the flying sea serpent has. I know I said on my ASMR channel I would fuck Pokemon, but come on now.
Disgusting.
Listen, if they are sentient and they can consent, ain't no problem.
You eat them as well.
Okay, and I'll eat them another way too.
I don't think you understand. You're not seeing an issue here.
I understand perfectly fine. Why does the flying thing look like a Mega Rayquaza? It kind of does.
Cool. Would you eat Jack?
Yeah. What are you talking about? I'm so in love with Jack that I constantly talk about eating him. The ultimate desire is wanting to consume your partner. Excuse me, the ultimate feminine desire. Do you really love your partner if you don't want to eat them?
Is this why he's been stuck in your pussy for 3 days?
He hasn't been stuck in my pussy!
Oh no.
Jack is not stuck in my pussy. What? No, stop this.
Yeah, then why hasn't he chatted in a couple of minutes, huh?
He hasn't chatted because he's been busy setting up for his stream.
He's been busy trying to breathe and find air pockets.
I assure you my pussy has air. That's not what I, that's not the
That's not the hill you want right here?
No,
That's
that's not what I
Alright.
wanted.
that's you want to go different.
Is this
avenue,
where
huh?
I recommend the song Vor by Sleep Token? Absolutely.
Man, fuck Sleep Token, and not because they're a bad band or anything. I just don't like all the people who fell in love with them who are just like, they're jazzy. I'm just like, bitch, there's so many other jazzy. Okay.
I've never heard
It's
them,
fine,
but I would
and
like
I
to hear
understand
them.
that it's fine, and this is just a private thing that I'm upset about. But it's just like, you're gonna say that?
You went
but
to
you're not
bed
gonna
really early
fucking-
in game tonight.
You're what?
You went to bed really early in game tonight. Open the legs to let some fresh air in. Oh my god, my pussy doesn't stink!
That's not what he's talking about.
Oh,
How
you
about
meant for
letting him
Jack.
breathe a bit?
I'm making food. I can hear you yelling about pussy from downstairs. It's because they
Oh,
keep
yeah,
talking.
from your downstairs. See?
Shut
He's
up!
not.
He's not in my pussy! Jack, they keep talking about you being in my pussy. Tell them you're not in my pussy.
Jack, could you find crumbs for whenever Al eats and it falls down?
Oh my god! You think
you
there are
ever
crumbs in my pussy now? Now there are apparently
ever
crumbs in my
scrounged
pussy.
together?
Oh my god. I just like them for having unique form music, combining so many different genres and having lyric I can relate to. What did I walk in on? No! Miri! No!
I was saying to promise you, okay?
No!
Alright, be careful. It's a slippery slope back in.
Stop!
The juices act as a trap to lure you back.
Miri, it all started. Shut up! It's not smelly! I'm going to kill you. I'm going to actually kill you.
You're not gonna have a fucking voice.
I am
but
going to
ignore
actually
that.
kill you. I hate you. Jack started by telling people that my pussy was stinky, and now he's telling people that he's trapped in my pussy, and they won't stop saying it. Jack is not trapped in my pussy!
Also, the Solace, if you want to listen to something else that has like the same vibe, because I like sharing music, Rivers of Nihil. It's a pretty good one. Where Owls Know My Name, peak song. Love that song. The saxophone feels like sexophone, and I don't know how else to describe it.
Alright, Worm.
Yeah, no, it's a fucking great song. Yeah. shit slaps. If you watch the music video, be warned, you should probably be high for it.
Okay.
It's got that Tool type shit to where it's just like, oh, these are a lot of colors and men in Hawaiian
There's
shirts.
the clown nose. At least your name doesn't mean pussy. You're right. I'm sorry, Miri.
Oh,
Alistair does not mean pussy. I'll get the clown horn out in just a second. I have limited time in the mines. I have to hurry.
Y'all's name doesn't have moist in it. I mean, listen, it's implied.
Oh,
With a name like Yodel Snake, that shit's implied as fuck.
yeah, your name is literally Dick Queef. Who are you to talk about pussies?
Yeah.
You're right. Alright, it's time for me to get out of mines. I'm getting
Yeah, honestly,
eaten.
it looks like you're gonna die. Wait,
No,
you
I'm
turned
not.
off health. Never
Yeah, I
mind.
turned off health. I'm not stupid.
You're a cheddar.
I am a cheater! Thank you. Moist pussy. Rebranding to be moist... moist Kiki.
Moist
BRB.
Kitticle is what I read.
Oh my god.
Jack, you can't do that. You're still John the Farmer. I don't want to hear it.
John the farmer.
Holy fuck, that's the first time I've ever been added in a fucking tweet. I've never recognized that fucking symbol before.
Moist Kitticle. Moist Kitticle. No, don't remind me of the John War crimes. Yeah. Alright, I gotta go to bed.
Returned from pissing.
You better get to bed, buddy. It's getting
I
late.
am in bed. I'm the first one in bed.
You should have named it Moist Miri. That would have been great. I would have loved that. Moist Miri. No, Miri Sinfire is still good, but Moist Miri is also really good. Also, thank you for the clown nose. Now I want credit
That's
if you
what my penis
rebrand. The only thing that I have contributed to Miri streams is poo poo caca.
That's me.
Poo poo caca.
I'm
Poo
also
poo
listening to
caca.
fucking, like, some fucking... What would you describe,
Poo caca.
Oh, I forgot that. You don't like genres. I'm sorry.
Oh, the bookseller is here. Poo poo caca.
Chimdikin. The fucking
Neat.
pathway broke again.
What broke?
The path.
What does that
Fixed
mean?
it. The path that you put down. Right
Oh! Oh, worm! I'm sorry. I'm brain dead.
It, homie.
I was like, what do you mean? Congratulations, you're autistic. You're right, I am.
I wish.
What's his...
You wish? Alright, I have my autism diagnosis. I will get it out of my email.
I was gonna say me.
Remember how we celebrated my autism diagnosis by me eating rocks? Good times.
I do. Those didn't feel like good times.
They were good times. I
Felt like
appreciated the rocks I ate.
hours.
Huh? What'd you say?
Me?
mental health.
Yeah,
hours.
I didn't hear
Yeah.
you.
You crunching on fucking rock.
Yeah.
I Should Stop Eating Stones is also a banger of a song.
I should
Man,
stop
that sounds
eating
like it's from
stones.
fucking the band We Butter the Bread with Butter.
Oh, I love that band.
We butter the bread with butter?
We've already had this. You laughed astonishingly the first time, and I think you don't remember it because of the fucking oxygen deprivation from that one
God
moment.
damn it, hold on.
Fucking probably.
Damn it.
Yeah, you laughed hard.
Hold
Like
on.
it was bad.
This,
God damn it.
This doesn't sound real.
There we go.
Yeah, I think it might be We Butter. No, it is We Are the Bread. I almost said the toast, but it's not toast.
We butter the bread with butter.
God damn it. God damn it.
Also,
God
I
damn it.
enjoyed the
damn it.
only heavy metal
There we go.
artists.
Heavy nettle.
Heavy metal.
Heavy metal.
Heavy nettle. I think
Yeah.
they're excellent as weapons. Heavy nettles.
Heavy
no,
nettles.
heavy metal, as such as the metal band that only is styled after Ned Flanders from The Simpsons.
Oh, that. I forgot
White
that
wine,
existed.
white wine spritzer or white wine spritz.
Spritzer.
I got
White wine
rabbit's
spritzer is
foot
it?
that I can put in a
Oh shit! Good job.
how
do you use rabbit?
Rabbit's
thing.
a bundle.
Bundle that, yeah. Sorry, I was having a really big stroke. I was like Oakley Dokley, and I was like, yep, has a stroke.
Oakley Dokley fucks.
No, not that. There we go.
I actually couldn't remember their name, so I'm very happy to be listening.
Doo doo.
What the fuck am I listening to right now? Make a move by peeling flesh.
What?
Oh, I really thought you were gonna say "Make a Move" by oh fuck, what was that one Christian band? It's another Christian.
Oh, Jeanette
band.
McCurdy and the Beastie Boys.
No.
Y'all be saying some fucking names.
I know, that one was completely fake. I just wanted to start saying some rich humor and metal. Yeah, I love Electric Cowboy. They had to change their name, and I always forget about it.
Y'all
They
be
changed their
saying some
name?
names. Oh,
Yeah, it used to be natives of Alaska, I believe. That
Oh.
okay,
you
enough of
couldn't
this.
say.
That's a huge. Oh,
Hi,
okay.
welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow, Thirsty Alien
He's
Tony.
not
Welcome in, welcome in. It is so nice to meet you. My name is Alistair. We are playing Stardew Valley. Thank you so much for the follow, and I hope you enjoy your time on the casting couch, and I love you. Mwah.
What's poppin', Shoddy?
What's poppin', Shouty? What's good? How you doing, baby? You single?
No,
Where's your man at?
right here.
Oh, okay, so he's having a meltdown.
Who?
Oh, just a person.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
Bro job. Love bro job.
No. Welcome to the couch. Bring your own wet rag.
Yeah, no one bring it else for you.
No
I learned
one
that the
will
hard way.
bring you a rag. You have to bring your own rags.
Yep, learned that the hard way.
Yeah, you did, didn't you, buddy?
Yep,
Check.
my face is my
Huh?
my eyebrows are still sticky.
Your eyebrows?
Yeah, when I blink it, my eyes take a little bit longer to open than normal.
Oh my god. I sniff the wet coom. Uh-huh, Miri.
Oh my god, that's my new band name.
I sniff the wet coom.
Holy shit, that'd be like some brutal slam death metal.
Perfect coom bot. Oh man, if there's anyone you should talk to about death metal, it's Miri. Miri knows things. Miri does metal screaming herself and is very good at it. Hi,
Go
Keyshawn.
on.
Hello. Would you like a hug,
do that. I
Keyshawn?
don't
Let me
know.
give you one.
Small
Mwah.
brain.
Big hug. Metal is life. Abso-fucking-lutely it is. We all live for metal. If we didn't have metal, we would die. All right, our barn is finished.
Yeah, eat your aluminum.
How
folks.
do you move
You're gonna see something much
animals?
worse.
How do you move animals?
I'm not completely sure.
Okay. I'll figure it out.
Hi, Claire.
I gotta upgrade it anyway so that it can have, goats. Because right
Well,
now
I
it
mean-
cannot has. I am
Why
no
don't we
longer
just
the
use
only
the
screamer
cow?
in AN. Hell yeah, you're not. Hell yeah. Oh, we finally got a large goat milk.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go.
I think that's the last thing that we need. We needed
Nice.
only one more thing for the animal bundle. And
Let
now we just
me-
I think it's just the artisan bundle and then
Yippee.
we'll unlock the greenhouse.
I'm happy you think I'm soft, Keyshawn. I am firm yet smushy. Jack describes me as mochi. Not
Just
the
take
cat.
fight back is what we're saying.
Not the brain dead cat. Animal bundle.
I'm like
Yay!
Mochi, the
Bundle.
brain dead cat.
Hell yeah, that sounds cool. Oh, we got another cheese press just for free.
Cheese press.
Also,
Cheese
Miri, your new
press.
friend now, haha.
Mochi was a ketchup bottle today. You've been obsessed with Lorna Shore. I have only heard one song from Lorna Shore, and it was
I
really
listened to them
good.
too much, so now I can't enjoy them the same way that I did.
I would like to believe you're at least a little brain dead than the cat, less brain dead than the cat. Please don't poop on the floor. I'm not gonna poop on the floor!
No, you don't.
You can't stop me. I do whatever.
Do
Do
the
not
fuck I
poop on the
want.
fucking
I'm
floor.
shitting right now.
Do not.
Okay, hold
Do
on.
not.
Realistically, I don't push that shit out. I'm too scared of getting hemorrhoids.
Oh, I already
the
have one.
fuck?
I'm just waiting for.
How do you shit then?
I just let it happen.
You just
I
let
have,
it slide?
I have a squatty potty for a reason. I don't have to force that shit out.
How squishy is your fucking stool?
Please.
I don't want to talk.
How
about
do
my
I
stool.
move animals? Marnie.
Oh, you have to go to Marnie. No, you don't. No, you just talk to them. You talk to the animal themselves.
Oh, okay.
And you hit like move to coop or move to barn.
Are the farts working? I can't hear the farts. Are they working? Oh yeah, there it is. Yep, I
By
hear
the
it.
way, that's what the mask is. Also, I can never hear that.
You told me it was too loud, so I turned it down. And now you tell me you can't hear it.
I never told you it was too loud. I told you I can hear it.
You did tell me it was too loud.
Point of the mask is.
Hold on, I gotta move
And
my
that is
cows.
why you.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Fine.
You can't say that. You can't say it.
I am moving our cows. Holy, I sharded. Goodbye, carpet. Oh my god, please. Mochi, okay, I feel bad for him. So we need to buy his special food because I think his tummy has been upset because we haven't bought his special food. Yeah, have a good night, Confusion Man. I love you. Have a good night. Goodbye.
Bye.
But yeah, be safe. But yeah,
Oh, shit.
Mochi had an accident today.
Oh.
And cause his tummy's been upset, and he, like, got the walk-in shits. Like, he just walked through the apartment just shitting.
Scoop, scoop, scoop.
Yeah, just projectile shitting.
Not
no,
projectile.
Mommy,
Oh.
love that relatable with Daddy Issues monthly subscriber. Hell yeah. Happy you can relate. I forgot to take the clown nose off. My bad. I've just had that on.
It's fine. It's in character.
It is in character.
Yep. Look at you.
Look at me. I'm beautiful.
You're
Sure.
beautiful in
Don't-
every single way. The birds can't bring you.
You're
down.
beautiful.
They'll bring you down today.
Rib,
gotta
how
put-
do you keep taking all the wood?
What do you mean?
If I walk in here and there's over like 700 pieces of wood in your chest, I swear to God.
I haven't touched any of my wood since the first time I asked if I could take half of the wood.
Then where has all the wood been going?
We've
I don't
been
fucking
upgrading
know.
farm buildings and it costs a lot. You should set a timer for the clowners on Mix It Up to press the hotkey after a certain period of time, or do it in VTube Studio. I should, though. I should. But how are you doing, Alien? I am doing really well. I'm having a good day. Today is a good day. Besides my cat getting the liquid shits and walking across the fucking carpet, I'm having a great day.
Twerk, twerk.
I swear there's a reason I don't have that set up, Jack, but I don't remember what the reason is. So don't quote me on anything. Oh, it's already too late to go to the carpenter. God damn it.
Rib.
Grib.
Can I take your mixed flower seeds and 5 of your mossy seeds?
Yes. Can you
Okay.
tell me why you need them?
I
You can
wish-
have them, but I just would like to know.
I wish to perform an experiment when fall comes around.
Oh yeah, it's almost fall. I'm gonna head to bed early
Uh,
tonight because I ain't got nothing to do.
Yeah, tomorrow's the last day of
But yeah,
summer.
I swear there's a reason I don't have that set up, but I should definitely
Cheese.
set it up.
Cheese. Say his name. Cheese.
Cheat.
Cheese.
Cheat.
Cheese.
Oh my god, shut up. I don't care. Discover commercial. Shut the fuck up.
Do you get commercials while playing Stardew? Like, is Stardew Valley giving you commercials?
No.
He has your stream open.
Oh.
No, it's not your stream either. I'm listening to Spotify.
Oh.
Doing super fabulous? Hell yeah, Thirsty Alien. Hell yeah. I hope you continue doing super fabulous. Yeah, I was just thinking you were getting ads while playing Stardew Valley, and I'm like, what the
No,
fuck?
it's because I was talking to Solace in chat about music.
Solus has good music taste.
Well,
I had
yeah.
a stroke. I said muse taste.
Muse is also a good band.
Can Mix It Up give you issues sometimes? Yeah, it does give me issues sometimes, but I remember, I think the reason I didn't have it set on a timer for the clown nose is because if it was doing that command while the clown nose was there, it wouldn't be able to do anything else until the clown nose was, like, finished. So for 5 entire minutes, Redeems wouldn't do anything with clown nose until clown nose, like, was done. That's why I didn't have it set up. VTube Studio has a built-in timer function that can work. Oh, okay. I can set that up. I should do that. I'm not going to be streaming with my 3D models as much anyway, so... I still want to use my 3D models.
Nipples on my titties.
You sure
Stop.
do. I, am going to still do 3D models on my ASMR streams, which, by the way, if you like ASMR, shit, what is the command for it? Hi, Nova. What do you want, baby girl? Sorry, my dog wants attention.
Nova.
Newbie. There you go. Thank you, Abraxas. I do ASMR if you're interested.
Dude.
I'm gonna continue doing Super Fabulous and looking through the Dommy Mommy tag. Hell yeah! Well, I'll be a Dommy Mommy for you any day. Tonight around 10 are a rare and beautiful event.
Moonlight jellies tonight.
Oh, nice. Doo-doo. I'm gonna take care of the cows and the goats, and then I'm gonna get a drink because I gotta let my dog out. She wants out.
We got duck feather. We have a duck feather.
Okay, I don't have an auto grabber anymore, meaning we'll just have to get goat's milk. Oh, we got a duck feather? Nice. I ate burnt cheese that was left over in the air fryer. Oh, that sounds fucking awful, dude.
Why would you do that? Burnt doesn't taste good. I don't understand why people say, like,
Burnt does
"Oh,
not
I
taste
enjoy the
good.
burnt part of something."
You could be a dummy
like
mommy
how
in
crispy
this
it is.
economy and at your age. Well, my age is what makes me a mommy, you stinky.
Aren't
That's
you like
what makes-
3,002, but like also just 80?
4,000. Don't bring it up.
Alright. If I fact checking you with your own fucking wrinkles and folds, alright.
Shut up!
Fight me, harlot.
I can't control my age.
Ooh, we have poppies. Can I take the poppy and put it into the bundle?
Yes, please do.
Do we have poppies?
Yeah,
Did
we
I-
had
saw
poppies
a
that were
poppy
being
in one of the
grown.
chests.
I picked them because like they were ready to be picked, and I was like, okay.
Oh shit, alright.
Can you leave it so I can grab it?
No, yeah, I'm not
Do,
grabbing
do,
it. Oh,
do,
yeah,
do,
there's a summer spangle in here. Oh, poppy's in here.
You misread the license. It said mummy, not mommy. How dare you? I am a mommy.
Is it alright? Is it alright with you guys if I take the summer spangle and give it to Caroline because that's her favorite flower?
Sure.
Caroline.
I also want her tea sapling recipes so fucking bad.
I know, you've been trying to get that for a bit. Hello. You want a pumpkin? You can have a
Yes, please.
pumpkin.
No, I didn't want to work.
Make house
I want to go to the
renovations.
farm. I want to go to.
Oh, okay. I guess I can get house renovations.
Renovations?
Yeah, I'd never done that. I'm not worried about that stuff. I'm worried about the animals. Okay.
Puppy.
Mhm.
Oh, and once we get pigs, we can get truffles.
Yes.
Which we
I am
need.
going to buy pigs.
If you need money
today.
for pigs, let me know and I can send you what money I do have. Because
I may need
I
money
don't-
for pigs.
I spend the least amount of money out of all of us.
I may need money for pigs, yes.
All right, I have 8,000 on me. Will that help? 'Cause
Yes.
I don't know how expensive pigs are.
They are pretty expensive, but I was gonna wait until Robin finished the upgrading the barn again.
I'm gonna go to Gunther.
Because when she upgrades the barn, we'll be able to move our goats. But yeah, I can get pigs right now.
I sent you the money.
Dommy Granny, I fucking hate you. Dommy Granny. God, am I that much of a hag?
Yes. Do your tits hang low? Do they wobble to and fro? I'm sorry.
My tits do not hang low. In fact, I am very proud of how surprisingly perky my tits are. Thank you very much. Despite
Okay,
gravity.
Brag about it.
I am gonna brag about it, because I have very little to brag for.
The fuck is wrong with you? Be happy.
I am happy, I'm just not really someone that brags.
We'll try it. You might like it. Or,
I just don't do that.
that's sad.
How is that sad?
No, no. Because I want to be.
Can you give me all of your money, Grizz, so that I can afford
I
pigs?
already sent it.
Oh, okay. That's why I
I
had
sent
money.
you. Yeah, I sent you 8,000.
I was wondering why I had money.
It's me.
Purchase
It's
animals.
me, Austin.
Oh my god, I still don't have enough money for a pig. They're 16,000 apiece.
Goddamn.
I could get 2 sheep.
Sheep
What?
are important because we can work towards cloth.
I'll get
Where-
2 sheep.
I forgot why I said your name. I'm sorry.
Sheppa.
How dare you? I am just a little man.
You were gonna ask
A
Bridge
little
for
ass.
money to help.
Oh yeah, I was. That's what the question. Me saying your name was.
I may not have money. Oh, I have 3,400. Hold on.
You can keep your money.
Who says?
Me.
You can't go back. Been all around the world and I smackled my sack. Sorry.
Alright, we have 2 sheep. Yeah, I know what you saw.
And where's Jorts? I need Jorts.
Okay. I
There.
need to save
Oh,
money.
you want another hug, Keyshawn? Alright,
I'd save a
big
lot of-
hug for you. Sorry I don't have my hands. I'm not using a 3D model, so I don't really have arms like that. Although, my new 2.5 Alistair model will have hands like that. So make sure that on April 17th, you come to my fun little re-debut thing. It's not serious, but you can come.
It's extremely serious. Be there or be queer.
Be there,
Be
be
there
square.
or be square. And
Look,
we don't
Ma,
like
no
squares
hands.
here.
Oh, I wish I could show you guys the model.
Oh, I wish I had square tits.
What?
I can't believe your tits are one polygon.
They are!
Also, yeah, if you're not already following me on Twitter, please follow me on Twitter and Blue Sky.
If you're not following me on Twitter, be sure. Okay.
You hush.
But,
You
you know,
a
some
chicken?
hosts would shout out their constituents.
You're right. Let me give a shout out to the other streamer.
Oh, you cunt. You raggedy hoe.
And make sure to follow Grizz Mischief, who's also here streaming with us and is not the one calling me raggedy.
I used to stream.
Yeah, well, when you start doing it again, I'll start giving you shout outs.
Not all of us can be funny and have fat tits.
You think I'm funny? Hell yeah.
No,
Alright.
you're the one with the fat tits.
Oh, okay. Grizz is the funny one and I'm the one with the fat tits. Gotcha.
I'm not funny. I'm too autistic for this shit.
See, that was funny.
It's not.
It was funny.
It was.
It was funny.
Oh, okay.
Womp womp.
I get.
I forgot to
Two.
let my dog out. Hold on. I will be right back. I gotta let my dog out. Come on, Gerbert. I know. I know, you want out.
Why is my
Come on.
fucking pickaxe taking so long? Clint!
There you go.
My
Goodbye,
pickaxe
Gerber.
isn't done yet. How many days is it
My
gonna
dog's
take for
name
my
is not
pickaxe to be?
Gerbert, by the way. I just call her Gerbert.
Clint. More like Plunt, am I right? I'm not? No.
My dog's name is Nova.
Oh. What are you doing?
Oh, my butt.
Grizz is too busy with cheese to roast you out.
But yeah. Make sure you follow Grizz. He's a cool little dude. He's just a little guy.
I'm just a rock.
He just does funny little things. Oh, thank you for the follow, Keyshawn. I didn't realize you weren't following on this account. It's okay. No worries. I'm happy you want to follow me. Thank you. I appreciate it. Cheese? I don't like cheese. Yeah, I know you don't like cheese. That's okay.
What the fuck is happening?
Ugh. But thank you so much for the follow, Keyshawn. I appreciate it. Mwah.
Solus
Smooches
doesn't
for
like
you.
cheese? How can you have such good taste in music but not like the funky moss
It's
mold?
almost as if no one needs to, you know, like
I was
cheese.
describing it as moss mold. I
Yeah.
was perfectly aware.
Didn't like that.
Asshole.
Yeah. Do you not know that cheese is mostly made of mold?
Yeah, I know it's mostly made of mold, but
I'm aware.
Mhm.
I specifically cannot have blue cheese. I will actually die.
Yeah. Why did I say that so happily? Sorry. Alright, who wants money? Too bad you're getting both of it. I mean, you're both getting it. No,
Okay.
I can't. I need to be able to buy seeds tomorrow.
Okay. You need to buy what tomorrow?
I need to buy seeds.
Okay. All right. Tomorrow is the new day of the day. Wow, that was good.
Hang
Good
on, it's alright.
English. Cheese is just hardened loaves of milk. Also, I've gagged on cheese one too many times. Why don't you gag on this dick, Solus? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
It's too small right now. Only once in a blue moon can it get hard
What
enough for
the
sucking. Why am I trying to add weird horny lore?
Fuck.
I don't understand. I don't think I want to understand what has
Only-
just been said.
Only during the full moon can I get a stiffy.
Yeah, only on the full moon can my dick get hard. Sorry.
I have lycanthropy only in my penis.
Lycanthropy in my penis.
That's called an erectile dysfunction, my friend.
They call me the
Ow.
PP extender. Hell yeah,
Ow.
Solus. Dune. Bridge, go bed.
Jellyfish Festival.
You're right. What am I doing? Where is it at? Where is it at?
The beach, you fucking fiends.
I forgot about the Jellyfish Festival.
Actually, teleport to town because it's not gonna let you go to the beach.
Oh, okay. I'll just walk. I walk fast. First we have Miri the tripod, then we have Solus the PP extender. Do we have any other dick jokes in the chat?
It's me, Erectile Dysfunction Jim.
I mean, I'm a rock, so I guess at all times I'm rock hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me in, 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 let me in. Right, we have bra.
Everyone get the fuck out of here, slow bitch.
Yeah.
Jean short, Jean short. I tried to eat jellyfish once. That was a terrible mistake.
Me. Oh, this is so pretty with the
This
water
Tam looks
reflections.
so much fucking better with the fucking mullet.
Oh, Shane, you look so handsome.
I'd pull him by his hair while I fuck him.
Huh?
Sorry?
Hi,
Alistair,
Sebastian.
I don't feel safe.
I'm sorry.
Hi, Sam.
I don't feel safe.
No, you're fine. You'll be fine. I used to be the community tampon. I feel like being a PP extender is a bit better. Oh yeah, you were the community tampon in my server. I forgot.
I'm just here to clog holes.
Yeah, you know. Just here to block arteries. Cheese. Where is Sophia? Why didn't she come?
She doesn't like showing up to these because she's depressed.
Oh, okay.
Who's Sophia again? I forgot who she was.
Pink hair. She's part of Stardew Extended.
Oh no, she's there. She's standing over by George and Granny
Oh, fuck ass.
and Susan.
Hi, the jellyfish
Where
so
are they
pretty.
at?
I love watching
Oh,
them.
over
Oh
here.
yeah, she said that she wanted to cosplay. I'm awfully afraid. Fuck. I'm awfully afraid of large bodies of water, says Susan.
You know what? That's fair. Girl, that is fair. The ocean, the thalassophobia is real.
Oh, Linus said that it's okay, he'll stay back and sneak up when the jellyfish arrive. He doesn't want to bother anyone.
Alright, it's time. Come on, everybody.
No!
I'm
I was
ready.
talking to Rasmodius, you fucking harlot!
Sorry.
Why didn't you ask?
I'm sorry. I didn't know Rasmodius
I
was
can only get to
here.
talk to him right now.
I didn't know he was here.
He was. Everyone's here.
I didn't know that.
He was watching from the bushes with dick in hand.
What?
What?
What? Oh, I forgot to do
worried
my
about
nose
it.
spray today.
What'd you say?
Your Flonase.
Yeah, my flow days.
Oh, Flonase made me almost shit myself once because I fucking got clogged in my fucking schnoz so bad that I sneezed and my sneeze didn't actually leave my nose.
Oh my god. While this is happening, I'm also gonna do my moisturizer because I haven't done that.
Also, I don't get how people can like close their nose and sneeze.
I don't get that either. I don't think I can
Like, you
do
know how
that.
people like
Sounds
grab a
painful.
tissue and like hold their nose shut? I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna have a fucking aneurysm the second that happens.
Doing my moisturizer. Harlot as in
Harlot.
Beast and the Harlot by Avenged Sevenfold. Oh, hell yeah.
I really like Avenged Sevenfold. I don't know
Same.
much
I'm
of
so
many of their
happy I got
songs,
to
but
see
do
them
enjoy their
live.
songs.
Little Piece of Heaven is like one of their more comfortable ones. Even though it fucks, it's... Look at the babies.
I would give anything. I'm only saying this because you said you saw them, but I would give anything to relive me going and seeing Rico Nasty.
Hell yeah.
Rakona Stay.
Nasty.
Rakona stay.
Also, so I can read you the fact that I told her I was autistic and excited when I met
No,
her.
she laughed. Shut up.
But it still is cringe.
Nah,
So
you're
who
good,
cares?
bro.
You're free.
Yeah, be free. Be free with the cringe. It's so messed up, but it's so good. Hell yeah. Sorry, I'm just putting on my moisturizer. I'll click through the message in just a second.
Yeah, I'm snorting my Flaunas.
No, I already snorted my Flonase. I'm putting on my moisturizer. My skin's dry.
If I get any like sales today, or if anyone gets sales, can we not click through it just yet? Because I need to go grab myself some food, or else my stomach is going to begin solving itself.
Okay.
My voice.
Join me in
crack.
being moist. I'm joining you in being moist. I am wearing my moisturizer. Ugh. I'm trying to like get it off my hands. It sucks because it's such a good moisturizer, but it comes in such a small container. I think when I buy it next time, I'm gonna get like a big container. I had a coupon though, and
Like
it's like
Jack.
really expensive. Alright, we gotta go to bed, I think. Yeah, we gotta go to bed.
Yes.
But I will make sure we don't click through it. That way you can go get some food, and I will just sit here and talk to chat. I would just talk to chat. Oh, how awful. Having to talk to my chat. I couldn't imagine. Terrible. No
Well,
good.
fuck you too, I guess.
I'm kidding. I love talking to chat. Even when chat doesn't talk back, I just ramble. I just like talking to chat. It's fun.
You
I
just
like
like
chat.
talking.
I
That's
do
all
just
it
like talking. You're right. I just like talking. I talk too much. I talk a
No.
lot.
I don't think you talk too much. Like, I joke about, like, you and Bridge, like, saying shit, but that's just my response. I don't act, it's not something that actually, like, is a bother.
No, you're good. Who hasn't gone to bed? It's 1 a.m.
It's Bridge.
Oh fuck, ass! I forgot that we were doing this.
Yeah, you gotta go bed, buddy.
Nah, it's good. Don't worry about
That way
it.
you can go get foods. There we go. Okay, I won't click through anything.
It is,
So you
Alright,
can go
thank
get
you.
foodies.
it is sleepy time, my
Doo,
boy.
doo, 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 doo.
It's just gonna be reheating shit, so it shouldn't take so long.
Yeah, you're good, homie. Also, ad warning in 1 minute. Isn't it your job to talk a lot, though? Yeah, it is. And I do talk a lot. Oh, did my game freeze?
No.
Did it freeze?
Yeah, my game is frozen.
Oh no.
What? It just skipped to the next day.
Well.
That's weird. No, it's okay, Bridge. Go get yourself some food. It's okay.
No.
Okay.
I need to go buy seeds.
Alright.
I'll go get food for me.
What? No. Da.
Oh shit.
Neat.
I donated the dinosaur egg, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bunch of
But
recipes.
it's like daffodils.
Thanks, Robin, for the wood.
I thought you just called her Throbbing, and I was gonna fucking shoot.
Thanks, Robin. Haha.
No, throbbing, as such as the penis.
I know. That's the joke I made.
Oh, I saw the duck. I saw one of the ducks jump into the river, and it was so cute.
Yeah, they are cute. We have sheep.
Yeah, we have sheep and pig.
Yeah.
Listen, I forgore, okay? I'm just a forgory little gore.
Oh
Guy.
my
Go.
God.
Gourd.
Robin
No,
is
I'm-
working on the other barn right now.
Okay, I'm by the first barn, and I'm petting everything.
Okay, is someone taking care of the chickens? Because I can go do that.
I did.
Okay, you already
I
did. Cool.
prepared the chickens.
Al, can you come here and take care of the pumpkins I'm planting?
Yeah, sure. What do you need me to do? Water them?
Yeah, just water.
Where are you?
Near your house.
There you are.
Boop. Alright, I'm gonna go out and get more seeds.
Okay, do you need all my money? I can give you money.
No, I have 2,000. I gave you money last night.
No, let me give you money for seeds, because you know what to buy.
I mean, I don't know what to buy. It's just whatever I see and makes my brain go doki doki.
Just make sure to buy stuff that we need for,
Of course.
bundles. That's all I
You can
care
get, like, a
about.
spraddling of everything.
We still have. If you could grab more corn, that would be great. I saw that we have some pumpkin seeds, so that's good. We do need yams.
Pam needs a fucking sardine. Give me a second, Pam. God damn you.
Let me see if
Whose
there's
birthdays are this month?
Oh,
It's Gene's birthday this month. He likes pineapple.
Nice.
We also need to get the fall forageables, so I'm gonna see if I can get that done.
Alright. Hi, Pierre, you fucking cunt. Oh, bok choy.
Hold on, giving you my money.
Ooh, bok choy for the ducks.
We also need yam, so I'll buy one yam, definitely.
Yes.
Okay, I gave you my money.
Jesus fucking Christ. Alright.
God damn.
But yeah, just make sure to get whatever we need.
Oh, amaranth.
Amaranth too.
Also grapes. Because I like
Because I
grapes.
think grapes are the quality bundle we need.
I believe so.
Okay, I'm working on getting the stuff for the. Is that a mushroom circle?
Is it?
And I'm gonna get $500 worth of bok choy.
Okay.
which is 10.
What is it that we need for the quality bundle? Because I want to get as many of those as possible so that we have more chances of getting it.
I believe. Hold on, let me look. Artisan quality. Oh, pumpkins and corn. So definitely, we still have some pumpkin seeds I saw, but if you could grab more, that would be good, and more corn, please.
I only have enough for 9 corn.
Okay, that's fine as long as we have more corn because it'll.
This corn is 150.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, so I'm just like, woo. Okay.
Does does the dad ever come back?
Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea.
What do you mean, Jody?
Yeah.
Yeah, next year.
Back, yeah,
Back.
next year. I found a purple mushroom. I found a purple mushroom.
Nice. We've
Are you
been
gonna eat
eating
it?
that for who knows how
No.
long.
Oh. Why not?
Because it's for a bundle, goober.
Also, isn't it poisonous?
The purple one is not.
Oh, okay.
The red one is.
Gotcha.
Hey, Solace. Do you like Whitechapel?
Wild plum, hazel, black. And
I like Whitechapel.
black.
Have you heard them?
Yes.
I don't think you did. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
know
I have
I'm
not
talking
seen them
about,
live, but
No. I don't think yeah, no, I'm pretty sure I haven't seen any of the things I like.
I was supposed to see. I'm pretty sure Whitechapel was going to play once at Warp Tour that I went to, but I didn't see them.
I have only ever heard I've heard a couple songs and they were the ones that Bridge showed me, but they're all very slow and I'm not typically a fan of slow songs.
Oh, that's fair.
And I have yet to actually go and listen to any of their stuff by myself. So as it currently stands, they're not my kind of music, but I do understand why people like them.
Yeah, that's fair. No worries.
I like a lot of slow, but it is impactful music, but the slow doesn't really bother me too much.
I need something fast.
Yeah.
It needs to be fast, or
I need that shit to drill my head real quick.
needs to be busy enough that I can continuously listen to it on repeat and while I'm working. If it's slow, I'm gonna get tired.
Yeah, that's fair.
I like lots of different music. I'm not really
Me too.
too picky.
I like noise. Let's just be honest.
Noise is good.
No, that's
I just
fair.
like noise.
Noise is good.
It's even better when that shit's rhythmic.
Agreed.
How do I make sap? Okay, that's it.
We really need to make tappers, but our trees aren't ready yet.
Well, I mean, we need.
The
We
trees
cut down all the trees.
the trees that are to the south, by Marnie's and shit. Since we can technically cut those down, we can tap those trees.
Oh,
Sure,
okay.
never mind. I'm stupid.
I didn't know we were allowed to tap them.
I mean, we should be able to, because if
think
we
we
can
can.
cut them down, then why can't we tap them? You know? At least that's what it makes sense in my head.
I just thought we weren't allowed to tap things that weren't on our farm.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm in a musical mood, so I'm listening to all my shit.
You're good.
Fuck me in the ass because I love Jesus.
That is not what I'm listening to.
I fucking love that song.
I do not care if the good Lord learned it that way.
Where's Sebastian? He's not in his room. Is he smoking?
It's too early for him to be smoking.
That's what I thought.
He only smokes 6 p.m.
He
Oh,
only
well, there
smokes
he
in the
is.
woods.
Which room had the foraging bunnies?
The bottom
It is the
room.
Yeah, it's the crafts room. And we just need, if anyone can find a wild plum while they're out, grab it. That's the last thing we need for the fall foraging bundle.
I will take a look.
Yeah, I can
Well,
go
actually,
look.
I'm not playing actually leaving because I need to finish all the shit. Can we make quality stuff?
Staying here
Staying
till
here
I can
till I can
fish?
fish?
Fair enough, Wonder Pig. Welcome in. It's so good to see you.
Bro, you're good too. You got free and clear time.
You could stare at mommy badonkeys and
Alright, listen
then
here.
fish. That's the best life, ain't it? Doo-doo-doo.
How could you tell me, Wilder?
Yeah, give me just a second to put this up.
Yeah, here we go.
How do we get a Nautilus shell again?
I don't know. I've been struggling to
Also,
figure that out.
I think it's going to the not Skull Cavern. It's like the other one.
What other one? The regular mine?
I think so. It's like that place. Can't remember, and it's making me upset as spaghettos. No, I do not want to offer my cranberry seeds to Alistair.
Thank you for offering
the
me your
simplest-
cranberry seeds.
The simplest way to find Nautilus shells is to search the beach region during winter.
Oh, so it's a
They
winter
appear
thing.
on the beach exclusively during this time of year, aside from the days where the night market is in town. Okay, so that's the only way we can get the Nautilus shells.
Okay.
I forgot about the night market also.
Yeah, I've never done the night market. I don't know what that is.
Literally,
It's just a night market that you have access to. I think it's for 3 or 4 days during the winter.
Okay. Do they sell cool stuff?
No, I'm gonna cover these in too. We don't have any quality stuff, so I don't care.
You can get some pretty cool stuff. It's always random though.
Hell yeah.
And we have 4 more seeds, so I'm just gonna do a bit of a wibble, wobble, spibbly,
Shbubbity.
and it's our rocket. And now I help you water.
It's all
What
watered.
is a prize
Oh,
ticket?
Nope.
that was stuff?
Yeah, it's just small seeds, I know.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that was seeds. My bad.
Yeah, I forgot what these were. Alrighty, so we have 1 sprinkler.
No, we have another
Go
sprinkler
nuts,
over
little
here.
man, go nuts.
We have another sprinkler over here. Where should we put him?
Hold on. Right. There. And then I'll just put him.
Broccoli seeds. I got a prize ticket and I traded it in for broccoli seeds.
Hell yeah.
Broccoli.
Hell yeah.
Right, that's good for now. Like everything here can.
Brocoli?
E. coli? What?
E.
I said
coli?
brocoli? I
Oh.
said brocoli.
I am going to get seeds and plant more trees.
More trees.
I think it might be in one of my chests. We do have 1 mahogany seed.
Yeah, I have them. We have 5 mahogany seeds.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna plant the mossy ones.
Can they grow during the fall?
It doesn't say any specific time, so I'm gonna imagine yes.
Okay.
Even if they can't, they'll just grow whenever it's time, right?
They should. Oh, we have the mods that say when that'll tell us if they can't grow. And I was able to put them down, so.
I didn't get any
No
note if that they weren't able to grow. Do-do.
Yeah.
I want to have some tree variety.
People still like corn.
Like the band.
I like corn.
Yeah.
I'm not as big of a fan of them as I used to be. I don't know if I haven't heard
No,
any
that's
of their
fair.
recent music, truthfully.
Ever since they sold out to Macy's. Anyway.
No, it's not that. It's just like,
No, I know.
you know, I think it's okay for your music tastes to change as you get older.
Absolutely.
And that's just kind of what happened. I just wasn't really
used
as
to
into
like
them
country.
anymore. Yeah, I've never liked country music. Like, I tried to like Beyonce's new album, and I'm like, okay, it's country. Like, at least she nailed the country, but I'm like, okay, it's country.
Country is the exception to me not liking slow songs.
Is that a fucking fairy?
I
Why the fuck is a fairy coming to our
oh
farm?
shit! What the fuck?
Leave him alone. He's trying.
What the fuck? What is the fairy doing?
It's the forest twink.
What?
What is the forest twink doing on our farm?
What is it doing?
It's spreading their forest seed.
Is it growing our shit?
Okay.
I think it did, honestly. I think it just grew a little bit of ours.
That's kind of nice of it. That's nice.
Hi, Penny.
I didn't know you could get that. Penny.
I can make a mushroom log.
Penny. My voice cracked.
Mushroom log. And I can make tappers now.
Nice.
Mushroom
I
beans.
planted trees. I don't know when they'll grow, but I planted trees.
Retweet.
Let me see what I need to make tappers.
Spirits are annoyed today.
Wood and copper.
Oh my fuck ass.
What?
Thank you, fairy.
Oh, thanks, fairy.
What did
Okay.
fairy do?
No,
Come
no,
out
don't-
and
don't-
see.
Don't take them. Yeah.
I'm not gonna take them.
Yeah.
Hold on, I
Rib.
can see.
Rib, come outside.
I'm trying to. 1 second, please.
What's wrong? Oh,
Yeah, everything's grown.
thank you. No, I want the farming experience.
I also would like some farming experience.
I know. I'm sorry.
Just make sure to put stuff in bundles.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. I have a pumpkin, and I have some bok choy. And bok choy is good for feeding who?
Bok choy is
it's
good for the
for-
ducks.
It's duck treats. They're duck treats.
Okay.
Let's see. I don't have any gold star pumpkins or gold star corn, but are you gonna bring the pumpkins and corn into the fall
The bundle. Yeah.
crops? Okay.
Also, I just found some of the forageables, so I'm also gonna slap those into.
I'm gonna
I
go
already
looking for
did-
forageables.
Oh, did you?
The last one that we need is the plum. So if you can find the plum,
Oh, I found
that
one.
would-
Yeah.
Okay, we need that.
Never mind.
Okay, thank you. Yes, thank you, Lewis and Robin. Very good. Glad you set up the bounty board.
Do you want to buy more crops to plant in the spots that...
I have no money.
Okay.
I have some money. I can go do that.
Yes, please. Just in the spots that got
Bok
cleaned.
choy grows really quickly, but that also probably means that's not very expensive.
I'm not honestly sure if I can buy enough to fill up that space, but I'll try. What would you like me to grab?
What did we need for the quality bundle?
Pumpkins, corn, parsnips, and melons, which we already did.
We already have
and
melons.
parsnips can only grow in spring.
We need.
Okay, can you get,
We need a yam to finish the fall crop.
Did you buy yams?
I did. There's literally one growing right now.
Okay, so.
or do we
well,
only have
that's-
one, though?
Yeah, I only bought one.
Okay, then buy more yams.
Okay.
I think they were expensive, which is why I only bought one. Unless they weren't, and I'm stupid. But meh.
Oh wait, we still don't have any. No, I was gonna say we still don't have any gold quality pumpkins for the quality.
I
bundle.
have one gold star pumpkin.
I do not have any.
We should keep growing pumpkins, then.
Okay. I'll buy as many.
There's still
pumpkins
some
as I
growing, but oh, we need a sunflower for the dye bundle.
can.
But we also
hold on.
have one. I remember. We need a maki roll for the chef bundle. I have a maki roll in your fridge, Alistair.
Okay.
Do you want to grab that real quick?
Give me just a second. I'm taking care of all the
You're good,
cows
you're
and pigs.
If you didn't want to, I would just make my way back.
I'm just taking care of all the animals right now.
Proud of you, you're doing great. Everyone's doing great. You're doing a
Yay!
fantastic job.
We're a good farm.
Including you, Solus. Good job, Solus.
I think Solus is lurking right now.
That's perfectly fine. It's the fact of just the music thing. And
I was
just
gonna
like,
say,
"Hey,
you
Solus."
found someone that liked your music and you're now like, please talk to me.
No, not that
Autism.
fucking obsessed. No, not the thoughtism.
The
I
I've
thought-
left that.
said autism.
No, I know. I said thoughtism.
Oh, I accidentally put all my wood with everyone else's wood.
That's okay. We share wood.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna make as many tappers as I could and see if I could tap the trees.
If
out
you
to
want to
the
get
south.
wood out of my wood, you can. I have a huge stash of wood.
Where's the wood?
It's just
chest?
in. Alistair has a lot of wood.
What do you expect
Pent-up
from me?
wood. His wood is pent up.
My wood is pent up. I'm dying of pent up wood. Please, someone release it for me.
Jack, run! He's feral.
I am not feral. I do not come after Jack.
Starts sounding like a fucking pug.
I
that
respect
hasn't
his
had medication.
space.
Okay, I had enough to make 9.
Oh dear God, I got something from one of the things. That was very descriptive, I know. I'm gonna start planting.
I think our barn is upgraded.
Is Robin gone?
Yep, Robin is gone and it's bigger, so I'm gonna move all the goats.
Yep, we can tap the trees that are to the south of the barn. Of the farm.
I did make new trees, though. They're just gonna take a while to grow.
We can use these ones in the meantime while those ones are growing.
Gotta move my babies. We should probably eventually get another coop. But that's not priority right now. We already got rabbit's feet.
Oh, did
Pretty
anyone
fun.
bring it to the bundle?
Mm-hmm, I did.
Good job.
Okay, I put tappers.
Nice.
So we have to remember to check the tappers.
I can remember
It's like
that.
once every like 10 days.
But
Oh,
still, we gotta
Marnie
make
is
sure
in
to
here.
check them.
Damn it. Damn you, Marnie.
You salacious whore.
Truly.
Power hungry. Fucking the mayor.
I see you, Marnie.
See your game.
Oh, hey, we
Like
have
the-
enough corn for the quality bundle.
Nice! Hell yeah.
Hello?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'm grabbing
you
it
go
right
for it?
now. Yeah, I'll do
Okay.
it. Since I found
Love
it.
you.
That's gay.
Oh, I got a
No, that'd be good.
blackberry.
Found a blackberry. Those are
Yeah,
rare.
from foraging.
No one uses a blackberry anymore.
You're right.
Here, I'm gonna take these crops out of here, but then leave the gold star ones in there.
Welcome back, Oracle. Enjoy your fishing.
Hi,
Oh,
Oracle. Yeah, wow.
Mr. Obama.
Mr. Obama,
Hello.
help me. I'm drowning.
Do we have any ectoplasm for Erasmodius?
Nope, I don't.
I don't think we have ectoplasm.
If we can ship 100 yams by the end of the season, we will earn a substantial reward. Do we want to try that?
How many days does it take for yams to grow, and do we have enough to buy 100 yams right fucking?
I could do it. I could buy it.
Then yes.
Okay.
We could.
100
should be-
yams.
We go plant them now.
Sorry, my brain shut down and I came back to 100 yams and I was like, Jesus fuck, alright.
Yeah, if
Is
you
it
buy the
doable?
yams-
Probably.
Buy the yams, I can make sure that they get grown.
Alright. 100 though. We need sprinklers.
We do need sprinklers.
I can. Do you guys have the recipe for quality sprinklers or not?
Let me
I think
check.
I
Hold on.
do.
Because if you do,
I do.
We should,
It's
we should have more than enough iron for it.
we need refined quartz, so we need the recycler.
Fuck. Okay.
How do we make the
Recycler is-
recycler?
Recycler is 25 wood, 25 stone, and 1 iron bar.
We can make that right
Okay.
now.
Yeah, easy peasy, but like I am currently planting more broccoli that I just found. Because once this bitch hits fucking winter, there's no more
Bottle
easy
the.
money.
Oh my god, that startled me.
What happened?
I've come for fish once again. Hell yeah.
You
Every
fucking
time
bitch.
that singing fish comes up, he scares the shit out of me.
Does it start singing?
Yeah, he sings.
What the fuck? Hate him.
Where's Demetrius?
Check your map.
Oh, okay. He's over by Linus. Okay.
Okay, can you make some quality sprinklers?
Oh,
No.
don't we need refined quartz for that?
Right, we need to make the recycler first. How do we make the recycler?
Yep, I was sorry. I was still doing the plant thing.
You're good. I'll do the plants if you make the recycler. Quit watering, I'll do it.
Alright, yeah. I'm listening to very, like, intense music, so I'm, like, sprinting full capacity like my life is gonna die. My life is
life-
gonna die?
It's too late in the day. Is it okay if I plant the yams tomorrow? Because
Yeah.
it's 100 fucking yams.
You want to
Yeah,
split up the? I mean, we can all do it together, but do you want to split up the yams so we can all plant them together?
Yes, my only request is that we get the sprinklers made as soon as possible because we need to leave room for
hold on, hold
sprinklers.
on.
No, it's okay.
Ooh, that means I have to go into the mines tomorrow so I can get more quartz so we can refine it for as many sprinklers as possible.
It's a 1-to-1 ratio. Oh yeah, boy howdy, yeah. All right.
How many quartz do we
We
need?
have 3, but we can make more quartz with refining some of the shit. So kind of indeterminable at the moment. I'm gonna be
That's
taking
why,
some of these.
that's why I said I can head into the mines tomorrow.
Sorry.
I'm just gonna start planting tonight.
You wanna split, hand me some, and I can
Yeah.
put them down.
Oh,
You
we
make
have 22 quartz. Or 25.
You make the, you make the plots. I'll start planting.
How do I?
behind you.
I'll just give them all to you, okay?
Okay,
Or
that's
wait,
fine.
how do I?
Click and drag in from your inventory. Yeah. I need to grab my watering can.
I plan on watering them. Just work on planting them right now.
Okay.
Because I have my watering can and I have like infinite watering turning. I've come for the fish once again. Fuck yeah, happy you have. Sorry, I broke someone's torch.
My torch.
Oracle, you're currently in first place with fishing.
I need wood. Do we have wood anywhere?
If you want to get in my stash, you can. I have a huge stash of wood.
Yeah, I kind of need it.
Okay.
I've been
We have
only
39
using
left.
that wood for buildings. That's why I kept it in a
Sorry.
stash.
I've only made 2 recyclers, but I can probably make more. I just forgot to grab more stuff.
2 is a start.
Hell yeah, Oracle.
17 left.
Maybe I can give like a Steam gift card away once a month. Wherever the top fisher is. But I don't know how I would like reset it or not.
Maybe not for anything monetary, because then it would kind of
Yeah.
ruin competition.
Yeah, I don't want it to be like too competitive.
Alright, that's it.
Oh, that's it? Okay. Watering time.
Let me go get my watering can.
Grib, do you want me to put the recycler into your house?
Hey, Alistair, you don't have to do that since you have the steel one. I think you hold right click. And you, yeah.
Yep, I figured it out.
Alright. Grib, I am just gonna put them in your house.
Yeah, that's fine. Seems like my house is like the refinery, and I am okay with that.
Alright, hold on, let me see. Where's the quartz I saw earlier? Can I just use that straight up with this? Nope, I think I have to...
How do we make refined quartz?
There it is. Literally just in the furnaces. The
Oh,
furnace.
okay. So,
Okay. Do you have any trash in here, or did I leave all the trash I saw? Alright, I'm gonna go grab some trash and throw it into the recycler.
where the fuck is my coal?
If it is like the little gross gray, like, gross trash, I don't think that can go in, but I think the CD and glasses can.
Currently watering.
Oh
That's not
well.
bad.
So this should be 20.
That should be more than enough. Yeah.
Sweet.
Because it's only 1 per sprinkler.
Don't forget to empty your crab pot, Bridge.
So we can catch more trash.
I shall after my nose stops bleeding.
Oh, man.
Oh no.
I need to put down scarecrows right now before we go to bed, so I'm going to do that.
Hello?
Sorry about your nose, King.
It's fine. It happens every day.
Oh wait, it doesn't turn it into quartz if you put it in the recycler. It's refined quartz, like as is.
Yeah. Well, quartz is unrefined, but when we put it into like the furnace and also the
No, I mean
Recycler.
the stuff that comes out of the recycler is refined quartz.
Okay, I'm going to bed.
this will come out for the furnace too.
I have gone to bed. Whoever has it in bed, you might want to get in bed.
It's me. I'm running. Whee!
I did so much fucking farming.
I'm running and running and running and running.
I got $24.
Hey. Money's money.
You're right.
All right. So we have 22
Wait, a sauce
refined
rerun.
quartz.
Very displeased. It's gonna rain all day tomorrow. Can't wait to see some crows in our lawn.
Oh, Leia made me a sculpture.
Okay. So the chest that is closest to all of my
Oh, that's kind
my
of
furnaces-
fruity. She gave me a sculpture and named it "How I Feel About Alistair."
Ooh, that's really pretty. I'm gonna take care of the chickens and water the yams, and then I'm gonna go to the mines so I can get more quartz. And Bridge, could you get started after you do like your little stuff in the beginning? Could you get started with making the quality supplies?
Uh-huh.
I can do. Don't worry, I can do this.
It's fine, I can do it with one hand. It was a very intense music for somebody with a nosebleed.
Nosebleed. Schnosbleed.
A schnoz.
I don't know if Jack is going to stream at 5 p.m., but if he is, we're gonna raid into him again.
I'm pretty sure he. Oh, fuck, can you do that?
Yeah, why can't I raid into Jack?
I can't do that.
What do you mean? Oh,
Bridge,
that?
are you
It's
talking about-
because...
it's because he upgraded his watering can.
Oh, I didn't realize
Yeah.
that's what it is. I'm sorry.
No, you're
By the
okay.
way, I realized I can't go into the mines because my fucking pickaxe still is with Clint.
Have you just
like
not gone to
one.
pick it up, or...
I haven't got the notification that it was done.
Oh, shit.
I don't think he notifies you anymore. I think it's literally one day.
For gold?
No?
Yeah, I think
that-
I think it literally like reverted all back to being like one day of a task. If it's not there, I'm very sorry and I apologize for lying.
Well, I have to wait until... Oh, he's open. Okay.
You can go do that. I'll finish watering.
I wanna go do that. Yeah.
And I'll take care of the animals bridge if you want to go do something else.
Nope, I got nothing. And also, 'cause I do need to go make myself some food, so after this is all done, I'm just gonna go.
It was done. I just missed the fucking notification.
Yeah.
He didn't notify me when it happened, so I generally don't think it does.
He notified me.
I
Okay.
also got my notification for the other upgrades.
Yeah, I think you just missed the notification.
Damn. This entire time I thought...
I got it.
Okay, you're
I'm
gonna
go
take care of
smell
those
the 'cause
animals?
They're cute.
Okay. Oh, I'll need to buy another heater for that.
For the third barn.
Yep, for the third barn.
Oh Christ, Elden Ring music's playing now. Apparently there's a boss fight, everyone get ready. Hey Al,
Yep, what's up?
did we ever fight the first boss of the game?
Of what game?
No. Elden Ring.
Elden Ring?
No.
God damn it!
We've done a lot of optional shit, but we haven't actually taken Al to fight
To Margit?
Godric yet. Or Margit, no.
Not even Margit, we have
Not
forget
even Margit.
Godric. Oh my god. Alright, we're switching games, head it no.
No.
I don't want to play Elden Ring.
Wow. I see how it is.
I don't feel like being angry right now.
I don't get angry at Elden Ring because you guys are
Yeah.
babying me the whole time. So I haven't gotten to a point where I get angry.
You only got angry like when people invade and it's just like bullshit.
Yeah, a little
The
bit.
Nazis.
You're like, we're in the middle of being like, I can't wait to help my friend Alistair. And then suddenly,
A Nazi.
no, literally.
I feel like I have cutscenes constantly.
It's because you're
What?
befriending everyone.
Fair enough. Alright, I am
feel like I
putting...
have custody constantly.
No. I am putting a milk pail in the barn with the animals that get milked. And I'm putting shears in the barn with the, what are they called? The creatures. I also put down a
Cows?
heater. No, I'm putting shears with the sheep. I'm so good at English. I'm so good at this.
Big brain time.
My Brian is so huge.
Oh, we got some apples on the tree. Do you mind if I take those
They're mine.
for...
I will take them. No, they are mine. They're my children.
Okay, I just meant for the bundle.
It's okay. No, I'll take them. My
Okay.
children. They have borne fruit.
Why did you say it like that?
Because they have borne fruit. Don't eat the apple. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
I put the shears in,
Thank you, Alistair, for telling me.
Yeah, of course. I put the shears in with the, sheep. So whenever the sheep are actually ready to be processed, we can shear
Wow,
them.
when I step in the poo. What?
Okay.
Did I say Mr. Worldwide when I step in the poo?
Is that what you said? I didn't understand
I
you.
think it might have been. Oh, I finished my
I
cheese.
didn't
So if you want
understand
to take
it
that.
either.
Have the chickies... Yes, the chickies and duckies have been taken care of.
Yes, I took care of the chickens.
The chickies and duckies are kind of escaping their enclosure. The duckies more so.
They're
Yeah,
just
I don't know
swimming
how
in
they
the
keep
river. They
getting
go back-
out.
I
Well,
almost
They
made them.
also escape if you leave the door open.
I have not
Yeah,
been
close the
leaving the
gate.
door open. I've been very good about not leaving the door open. Doo-doo. Hi, Pam.
Did you know the first time I played this game, Bridge told me that if I left the chicken door open, that a fox would come in and kill them.
Aw.
And he said that after I had accidentally left the door open for a night, and I cried.
Oh my god.
I feel really bad after the tears.
You's a bitch.
Yeah, well, at least I'm not the one who's funny and adorable, bitch.
Yeah,
Mm.
no, thank you.
Well, sorry. That
I,
sounded very.
I sound like a bad boyfriend. I'm just like, affection? Absolutely not. But I just am not.
No,
a very
no, that's
No, it's
absolutely fair.
okay. I'm...
That's why I added in the bitch at the end, because I knew it was going to be uncomfy for you. So I was just like, quick, make it not affectionate.
No, it's okay, Grizz. I also worry about, like, seeming like a bad boyfriend, because whenever Jack is affectionate, I'm like, ugh. But it's literally just
and then
public.
You say I love you after the fact. It's very
Yeah,
weird.
it's just public affection. I get a little nervous.
Marnie likes us more now.
Yay.
You gave me a heater. You don't have to buy one.
I already bought it.
Sell it. Sell it again.
No.
Throw it
Why
back
don't
and
you
tell her
sell
to
it,
stop.
Bridge?
What if I fucking farted right now on stream?
Please
I
don't.
don't have enough money for that.
Well,
I don't
too
have enough
late.
money for chicken nuggets. took me-
Olivia's a MILF. This is now confirmed.
It took me 4 in-game hours to find the exit to the first floor in the Skull Caverns.
Damn.
They really said fuck you today. But I guess, you know what, that's my fault for walking into the Skull Caverns when it's a bad luck day.
I kind of relate
Yeah.
to that, though. Sometimes
Everyone
the
get
universe
the
be like
fuck
that.
out of my way. God damn it, Penny.
My relationship with Susan isn't that great, but it's not because I don't, like, try to give her gifts. It is because I keep fucking not catching her.
I mean, at least she doesn't hate you, though.
Yeah.
Because she could hate you.
Not like I do. I don't. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I'm sorry. I was dissociating. I was giving pumpkins.
Fuck, I forgot to go get my food. God damn it.
Well, that was
It's literally just
disgusting
mashed potatoes,
sounding.
like some beef pot roast on
I found a rabbit's foot.
Oh, nice. We already put one in the bundle, but you can just keep it. I have one that's in the, chest, because I didn't know what to do with it.
it. You fucking hoodlum.
God damn it, that's not what I was trying to do. He keeps
know.
standing in that spot, and it's driving me nuts. It's damaging my fucking relationship with him.
It's Sam, though. Do you care about him?
Not really, because Grizz is dating him, so it's like, I don't want to be too close to him anyway, but it's just frustrating because I keep trying to not do that.
Yeah, but it keeps
And,
happening.
yeah, because I'm not trying to dig through it.
I'm taking the spaghetti. I'm gonna give it to somebody tomorrow.
Okay.
Just because I want people to like me more, and giving them stuff that they like is a good way of making them like me.
Yeah, agreed.
You got that sentence? You got that real intricate sentence I just said? Jesus.
No, I got you.
I need food. I'll be back.
Okay, go get food. Yay, more broccoli seeds. Hey, Willy. I love you, Willy. Love of my life.
Papa.
Father. Do do do. Do do do. I wonder if Harvey is at the saloon.
Probably.
Nope, he's not.
Oh, I saw that we have espresso. That's one of his loved items.
I just keep giving him pumpkins. It's a universal love, and I have so many pumpkins. I have so many fucking pumpkins. Did we complete the fall foraging bundle?
Let me see. Yes, we did.
Okay.
So all we have left is the winter foraging bundle, which we have 2 of them completed because the ice levels on the regular mines gave me the snow yam and the winter root. Not the snow yam, sorry, the crystal fruit. We need the snow yam.
I got what you were saying. You're good. Do-do. There we go. You have bars ready in your, thingy-mabobber.
My foinuses?
Your foinuses.
My foinuses.
Your foinuses. Do-do-do. Oh, the Queen of the Sauce is a rerun. Alright. I go bed.
There's just a couple slimes I want to kill, and then I will head back home.
Yeah, no worries. It's only 11:10. I think you have time, like, to kill a couple slimes. I think it should be good. Ugh, my back. Do-do. Wonder if... Nope, not fixed. Wonder what's wrong with it. Do-do-do.
Eating healthy. I have don't hug me, I'm scared on the brain.
That is fair. It is getting late, my friend. Big Mama Pickle.
Big Mama Pickle.
Big Mama Pickle.
Big ol' schmickle. Schminglemorph.
Schmingledorf.
Schmingledorf.
Schmingledorf. Waiting on
Schmebulok.
Rage. Schmebulok. God, I love Gravity Falls so much, like, unironically. I love Gravity Falls.
What's your name? Schmebulok. And Schmebulok. I can't believe those. Were they gnomes or dwarves? I think
Gnomes. They were gnomes.
can't
I could
believe
watch
they were
Gravity
trying to
Falls
marry
again.
Mabel.
I love Gravity Falls. You know,
I think the
it's...
first-
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think the first time I watched Gravity Falls, I was in a hotel, and it was like weird. It felt like a fever dream.
Yeah, that is totally fair. Like, I love Gravity Falls, and it's like, it's really hard because when you love a show, you always kind of want more of it, but I worry if they made more or if they made it too long, it wouldn't have been good, you know?
Yeah, because that's usually what happens.
Like, I loved Star versus the Forces of Evil, but they really should have ended it. a while back, and they didn't. And they ended up ending it in a really weird way, and I didn't really care for the ending, and it was really unfortunate. I still like Star vs. the Forces of Evil, but it was like, didn't really care for that ending. Whenever I end stream, I will make sure that we get through the current queue. I won't close the fishing game. That way we can get through the queue. So don't worry, you won't waste your points. Womp womp.
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 I really need to draw Shy Lily fan art whenever I'm free from commission hell. I love Shy Lily so much.
I forget that I can draw fan art.
I am nervous about drawing fan art. I get really nervous drawing people I don't know.
Same here.
I can't take the rejection of them not acknowledging it, you know? Like,
At least I can shove my My Little Pony fan art of of all of our characters in your face.
well, that was
'Cause I'm-
fucking good. I loved that fan art and I appreciated it. It's just like, I can't really handle the heartbreak of being ignored when I draw fan art for someone. And I know that it's likely not their fault. Like, Twitter might not have just sent it to them, or they just might not have seen it or something like that. But, I don't know, man. I think I have really bad rejection-sensitive dysphoria, low-key, about, like, art. Because I very easily feel rejected about art. I'm very sensitive about my art, I think. Which isn't, like, the weirdest thing.
It's not. It feels pretty normal. That feels like a pretty normal thing. As unfortunate as it is, it feels like a pretty normal thing.
Yeah. I don't feel like it's weird to feel that way. Do.
Do do do
Do, 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 do.
Needing helping.
I want to try to stream till 5. Oh, we're waiting on Bridge. We can't continue until Bridge gets back. And Bridge is off making food. So, like, it's kind of paused in a weird way. We just can't continue the day until Bridge gets back and continues it. So we're just chit-chatting. I was talking about how I'm sensitive with art. Did you guys know that I used to think Jack hated my art because of me being an idiot dummy? And somehow in my head I just decided Jack hated my art. He had to write me a note, like a sticky note that I keep on my desk that says, Jack loves your art, don't think that. And I look at it all the time when I'm drawing for him, because I'm nervous.
I just got back,
Welcome back.
and
Hello.
and I immediately start hearing Cupcake saying, "I get discounts on discounts if you." Just like, oh my god.
Hope it's raining.
Yeah, I said it. You not listen to me?
I didn't hear it. You must have
Do you
cut
think
out.
You're just a bad friend.
Nope, gonna ignore you.
Shit
Hi,
on,
Nessie,
I'm sorry.
hello.
Hello, Nessie.
Get shit on, I'm gonna piss on your forehead. I
My
love
forehead.
Nessie's entry greeting. Nessie and Jack's entry greetings give me the giggles, both of them. I also really like Grizz's entry greeting. I like it when my friends' entry greetings are like their voices. It makes me happy.
That's gay.
A little bit. A little bit. Well, at least I don't have to water the fucking unholy amount of yams that we have. Oh, you already took care of the pigs and stuff?
No, I didn't tell them.
Oh, okay, I'll deal with them.
Yeah.
I'm taking care of all the animals.
Well, since you guys are taking care of them aminals.
Aminals.
No, thank you.
Oh, we have wool! They gave us wool!
Yeah, boy.
Let me get the shears. So I can get more. How do I shear them? Oh, that's how.
Get shears.
I figured it out.
Okay.
I had the shears, I just didn't know how it worked.
How do I shear them? Get shears.
Gotcha. Alright, we have wool. Yay! I want to change yours, I think. It's a bit long. It is really long. It is really long. You can either shorten it. I saw you made like a little fix-it thing. You can either shorten it, or you can always get like a new one. It's good to change it out every so often, I think. Like, I'm looking to probably change out yours later in the year. Because I've had that one for about a year. But I try to change all of them, like, every year. When my friends, like, stream consistently and I can get sounds easily. I want to have a new one for Jack, too. Pretty soon. I love yours, Abraxas's. Abraxas's? You're plural now. I love yours, Abraxas. It's very good. It makes me happy. But yeah, I just like to have them changed out every so often because I feel like it's, like, variety. And also, like, this is a little gay to say, but, like, I like to go through my friends', like, streams and find good sounds, so it's kind of like a labor of love. It's a little bit of homosexuality. 2 Abraxases? Yes, 2 Abraxas.
That's a lot of Abraxas.
Abraxa,
That is a lot of
even.
that is a lot of Abraxas.
Is that the plural form of Abraxas? Abraxi?
Abraxi.
Mhm.
Yes.
That sounds sick as fuck, actually.
That does sound sick.
Abraxas, do you have a metal band called Abraxi?
Excuse me, Abraxas. We're a hive mind. Please.
Alright. What am I gonna do today? I don't have anything on the itinerary. Just kind
Would
of
you like to
decking
join
around.
me in the mine?
Are you in the mines or the Skull Cavern?
Skull Cavern.
Alright, let me
They're
come to the
still
Skull Cavern.
technically a mine.
No, they are. It's just like, I need to know because there's 2 places to go.
You're right.
Alright, I am in the Skull Caverns with you.
I'm on floor 9.
Do we even fucking need this shit anymore? Like,
Not really. I'm just looking for quartz and possibly trying to see if I've run into any swarmed rooms so I can get more combat experience.
Gotcha.
That's really all this is.
We didn't say the mind has multiple brain cells. Totally fair.
Collective 1 brain cell.
Oh, hey, Grizz. Found you.
Hello.
Oh, an earth crystal. I'll take that. Nessie, I downloaded some of your mods on the mod list you released. It was a very good. I do play with mods. You know, that's why I don't get injured when I get hurt by stuff. It's because I play with mods, like a stink butt.
Also, how they have a 17-inch penis.
Penis.
Peanut. Why do you sound so? Your mic sounds so crunchy for a second.
Because I'm stuffing my face with potatoes and meat.
Stuffing your face with meat, huh?
Yeah. I like sucking cock. What about it?
I do go fast. I do go very fast. Gotta go faster,
Sonic
faster. That's how I fuck.
Sonic rules.
I do not fuck fast. I fuck slow.
Sonic,
Science rules.
Science rule?
Almost made a joke I can't make.
What do you mean? You can make jokes at any time that you want.
Sure. Found the hole. Did you just
The hole?
eat algae?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm doing it again because I misclicked the fucking hole.
Misclick the hole.
I hate you.
My holes.
That ghost sounds like
Excuse me?
me. That's what the ghost sounded like. He sounds like me. Sounds like me for real, for real.
No, it doesn't.
Ooh, gold. Not that we really fucking need it, frankly.
I mean, we kind of do need it because that's the next available upgrade. Actually, we have quite a bit.
He's in my way.
Yeah.
We do have quite a bit. That's why I was saying not like we fucking need
Ooh,
it.
I got a spicy eel. Oh, door.
Oh, you found
Over
it?
by me. Yeah. It showed up after I killed that serpent.
Nice. Let me in. I got a ruby. Ruby.
I just started shimmying to my song, and my cat just looked at me just like, can you fucking not?
I love you, Penny.
Shaking the apartment.
I love you, Penny.
Put Penny back on stream.
No.
She needs her time in the sun.
No.
She has her time in the sun. She sunbathes, and you take pictures and send them.
I don't want to have to save more pictures and then go find them and then put them on. It's a hassle.
You're a hassle.
I am a hassle.
You're a bitch, Frid.
Thank you for the clip, Abraxas.
Why would you say that?
Genocado! What are you doing, Stinky? Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Mwah! There's no wheel spin on this channel. Found the door,
Didn't even
Grizz.
say shit when they came in.
Okay.
Yeah, you didn't even say hi. You just came in and gave us
You just
sub.
gave us money like some cheap whores.
No, don't say that about.
Sorry.
Don't say that about Blaze. We love Blaze.
No,
I love
meant
you,
that we're cheap whores. What do
Blaze.
you mean?
Slays. More like slays. Ooh.
Ooh,
Ooh.
Oh, I
ooh,
forgot.
girl. You know,
Y'all are great.
I really should have gave Alistair like the gay hands as a toggle. Found the
It's
door.
already just you.
It's all good. Just wanted to gift a sub. Just had to stop me. Well, thank you.
Hello?
If you
Okay.
get the chance, you should fish. We have a fun fishing thing, and there's like a leaderboard. And if you fish lots, you will get on the leaderboard. You can check your fish stats by doing ! Fish stats. But yeah, you should try fishing. It's fun. I'm so happy you dropped by though. Thank you so much. We will be streaming ASMR on Friday. Tomorrow I'm off, and tonight we will be on Jack's stream later for his birthday. Yep, have fun, Jack. I'll be raiding into you soon, don't worry.
Winner gets a hat from Coom.
Winner gets a hat from Al. That would be funny. Custom hat. Doo-doo.
Custom coom.
Custom coom.
Custom coom.
Custom coom. My coom is custom. It's
I
just
color
for you.
coordinate based on the days of the week.
Color coordinate my coom? I
I
wish.
don't like that. I don't like that.
Wish I could choose the color of my nut. Hi, Nell. Hello. Welcome in. Enjoy your fishing. I'm happy everybody likes the
Cool.
fishing. It's really fun. I love it. Anytime someone has the fishing on their stream, I waste all my points on it. Al hat merch made by Jack. Hi, Nell. How are you? Hope you're doing well.
I need the autism-powered fuck machine as an actual hat.
Well, it's an actual shirt, but not a hat.
Yeah, but it's not a hat.
I know. That place doesn't sell hats. They sell shirts. Alright, this will be the last day that we play, guys.
Okay.
And then I will end stream and we will raid into Jack. You can make them on fourth wall, Al. I would love to, but
Found it.
it is not my design, so I don't think I can do that. I'd have to like make my own.
It's okay. I give you permission.
Okay. The door is right here. There's nothing special up here. Yeah, I'm just gonna go down. There's nothing.
Big slime.
I've been looking for iridium, but yeah, it's rare.
We're still really high up. Like we're pretty shallow in the infinite pool that is the Skull Caverns.
Yeah, I
which
kind of wish
it
they...
doesn't actually end.
The infinite pool that is Skullgirls.
I know it doesn't end, but I really wish they would like save your levels like they do on the other one. It'd be a little better. I'm doing alright. I'm having a good day. We are going to be raiding into Jack soon, and he's going to be playing some Bug Snacks, and then after that, we're gonna have golf with your friends for his birthday. I'm very excited. Nessie will be there.
It's bug snack time?
Is Bug Snack time.
Oh fuck yeah! I love me some bug snacks.
I need to play Bug, and I'm back in the jar. I'm back in the cum jar again.
I found the door. I
Oh, okay,
went
I'm
down
coming.
it before I said anything. I'm sorry.
No, you're good, you're good. Where was it?
Down south.
Found it. But yeah, I need to play some Bug Snacks again. I never got through it. My computer was struggling really hard. I didn't have a 2D model at the time. Let me know if you find the door.
Okay.
Gotta make sure they can't get out.
Double jar. Found the door. It's to the right.
Gotcha. I see. Fuck off, mummy.
What?
There was a mummy that was chasing me.
Yeah, there is a good amount of money down. Mummy down here. Having a stroke. Joms Braun is having a stroke. Call the ambulance.
Now I'm thinking about Bayonetta. I'm thinking about Cereza. And I'm thinking about, Violet.
We can probably go down one more level and then we gotta dip.
Alright.
Where is this fucking door?
Here it is.
Oh, okay. Oh my god. What is that? Oh, aquamarine. I couldn't say that. I like mildly stuttered there.
Aquamarine.
Aquamarine. And don't worry guys,
Marina
whenever
and
we
diamond.
end stream, I will let the fishing queue still go. That way, you guys don't like lose out on fishing. Alright, I'm gonna go back to the farm.
Alright. I will.
You can also refund points if, you know, it never happens in one stream.
No, it's okay. I don't think we should refund points. I just think we should make sure that
I
they
mean, no,
do-
if the cube doesn't go through it.
Oh, gotcha. And I'm back
Like,
in the
there's ever
jar.
like a stream where you forget to, and then you remember, and then, you know. Just... Yep, there we go. Good. Made sure that
Can I
queue
get in
stayed
there?
up. We gotta keep the put jar on to leave the stream.
God. Okay, I put up
found a
some
party
quartz.
hat.
Oh, fuck yeah. That is the best hat.
No, it isn't. The trash can hat.
Oh, I look so fucking stupid.
Alright, whoever's mayonnaise this is, I put it up for you.
Okay.
That way it doesn't
yeah, you
get
can sell it
wasted.
if you want.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
Do.
Yeah, I put the
Wop,
the
wop.
box always
Wop, wop, wop.
as the gold jar, the gold crate.
Alrighty.
Alrighty,
We
campers.
will be quitting.
Make sure that you roll over the next day, by the way.
Yeah, I am. I'm waiting.
Okay. Sorry.
No,
Sorry,
don't
sorry.
worry.
Sure. I dick connected.
Hell yeah, no worries.
God damn it, no I didn't. I closed down Opera by accident. Son of a bitch. I'm a fool.
Alright. I'll wait. We are going to snooze that ad. Alright. I'm still in the cum jar, so that's fine. We are going to raid Jack VT. Here is the first raid call. Here is the second raid call. I like to use the second one.
Borkin.
I like to, yeah, it's kind of messed up because Piggy Bank Bot doesn't have a sub.
Oh, okay.
I'm too big. Hold on, I need to make myself smaller. There we go. Alright. Oh, I did not mean to pen that. Whatever. Yes, no, it's S2. No.
There's no underscore in my username.
What?
Yeah, there's no
Oh,
underscore.
shit ass.
There's no underscore in
go.
my username.
No,
There it
it's
is, thank
okay,
you.
Nessie. Don't worry. You were busy. You were also playing Stardew, and that's the most important thing. But yes, check out Grizz if you have not. He's really cool. He also streams. He's very rad. You should check him out.
Everybody
Okay.
to me. Run, please.
All right, goodbye, everyone. I love you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Ah.
Have a good